been swallowed by withered roads, and the feathers and howls they still roam out like the trinkets of playful gods. Sharp red eyes follow trusted guise of a path through spike trees high. Smoke rise in the thick black sky, signal house and warmth are nigh. And with flicks and sticks lands a small black thing on a carpet of deathly white, and a golden stare still looks on to where. Good sir, see I have returned. May I sit by your side on this night? A smiling face gives the ghost her place, looming small by his tall-built frame. No more stories to hear, he asks bright and clear, while his eyes kiss the lights of the flames. Stories here, stories there, stories fill the air, yet you freeze by this door still, my dear. I may be taken by death, yet my path's not set on a fixed place like you choose to be. No one comes, no one leaves, distant memories have been swallowed by withered roads. But my place lingers evermore on the guard which I have been bestowed. Silently they sit, drink, and keep the comfort of shared spent time. All my tales will be yours, she says, stern and hoarse, to share on a next bright night. Shall we drink to that day, to that one fine day, where your voice will be heard far and wide, and this frozen door will no longer hold its claws in your heart and your mind? Shall we toast to that day, to that one fine day, where the roads will be glistening in light?
Ah, crap. And it's at this point I realize I didn't have anything ready. Didn't have anything set up and ready to go for that transition. What is up, everybody? I hope you're all having a good day. I love hearing Koo sing. When? I am so sure that I was muted through all of that. How dare? Anyway, I think I was muted. I didn't hear myself in my headphones. What's up, everybody? Thank you all for joining me here on this random impromptu, possibly only going to be like 1 or 2 chapters read through. Not feeling the best today, and we're already super late, so we will be jumping into it real quickly, except for the fact that Razihime came in like a windmaster and rained down that all razzle-dazzle on us with another 5 community gift subs. Erming Iroll, thank you so much for subscribing for the 14th month in a row. Welcome back to the House of Copper Hounds. Lily Ocho, thank you so much for resubscribing for the 16th month in a row. Welcome back to the House of Copper Hounds. Wuxian Suibien, you're definitely not muted. Oh, I wasn't muted, fuck. Thank you so much for resubscribing for the 13th month in a row. That's so sweet of you. Welcome back to the House of Copper Hounds. And Razihime, thank you for gifting out 5 gift subs to people. And I can see Morrissey is actually here when they got the gifted sub and said thank you. That's awesome. Welcome to the House of White... Ugh. I wrote white because I saw White Lotus. Welcome to the House of Copper Hounds. White Lotus 39, Law X3, Rin 5617, Ninny Nuna, and Morrissey Lear Murray. Welcome to the House of Copper Hounds, and I hope you're all feeling great. Oh, and Wine Life and Gamer Life also gave out a community sub. Thank you so much for the gifted sub, Wine Life and Gamer Wife. Ah, my brain is not working today. And thank you so much for the 5 subs, Razihime. And welcome to the House of Copper Hounds, Sweet Tea 451. It's lovely to have you here. F of B minus F of A. I am no longer reading out your name after this. This is the 3rd time you have followed me. I'm on to you now. You're unfollowing me at the end of every stream and then refollowing me for some reason later. I don't really get it. But welcome to the House of Copperhounds. Stay followed or don't. That's very confusing. I will view this stream as my birthday gift. Yo, happy birthday, Arsenic Rin. I'm so glad to hear it's your birthday. Another year older. I don't want to necessarily ask you what age you are, but if you are of age, have a drink. I hope you enjoy yourself. I'll be a gamer house like a brick house. My Twitch name is the name of an OC of mine. I'm not going to lie, hearing his name read by Koo is kind of cool. It's a sick name. I'm not sure if I read it properly. It's one of those things, especially when it comes to, like, that second name there. I'm not sure if it's Lear or if it's Iller. Because, like, if it's a capital I, then it might be Iller. Or, I don't know. It could just be a lowercase double L, which makes sense. And, like, I'm guessing it would be Welsh, right? Some sort of Celtic. But yeah, I've seen names like that before. It's awesome. Koo's tongue, control yourself. My tongue do not control itself. My tongue do what it do. No, it was perfect. Oh, thank you. Awesome. I wonder if it is Welsh then. Gonna get better at keep an eye on notifications, but Pokemon Legends have taken over my life. That's fair, Leave. If I had the money, I would be buying Arceus right now as well. It looks sick. It's Pokemon mixed with Breath of the Wild. How could people not like it? Quiddy singing. How dare. You heard nothing. I'm not late yet. You're on perfect time, Lilyher. Yeah, I mean, I'm the one that's late today. It was a surprise stream for all of us. A secret to nobody. Should have taken a nap. Sorry, Roomba Shichen. So fun. Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Arsenic Rin. It's lovely to have you here. If you have it, rain down. Which one should we go for? How about the ho-ho emote? Rain down the ho-ho emote, not just for all of our new House of Copperhounds members, but also for Arsenic Rin's birthday. Another exam tomorrow, but let's go. I'm sorry to hear that, Lucilla. I won't be here tomorrow either. So we'll all be wishing you luck tomorrow and doing nothing else. This is probably such a simple thing to do, but could someone tell me how to subscribe? I'm visually impaired and I'm probably just missing it completely. It depends on if you are on the app or on the desktop version. On the desktop version, it should just be like underneath the video. There should be a button to subscribe, or you can like hover over it with your mouse. Sometimes works as well. On the app version, I think it just kind of pops up. Somebody else tell them. I am not good at explaining things. Sorry. Oh, that's so funny. I'm the one who should be helping the most. But hello, everyone. We are going to dive back into the story. We're going to continue reading Urha. And today we are starting with chapter 102, Shizun's Shizun, which is why I named this one. Gotta get me some of that Shizusi. Shizusi has been stuck in my head since the other day somebody said it. And now I am disturbed. I am so disturbed. It is locked in my mind. I can't get it out of my mind. Yo, the emotes we just unlocked for the raid train, the hype train are so good. We got a cute little pug. We got two little things that could form a heart between them. Oh, that's so cute. Shizusi to stream. Come on, guys. Come on. I need to find those. The Twitch hype ones. Oh, I love it. What are you? I think it's probably supposed to be a raccoon. Oh, they make a heart. It's so cute. Yay. Thank you, Wine Life and Gamer Wife and Minty Stars for telling them how to subscribe. That's awesome. That's not where the Shizusi goes. We'll find out. Now we're going to find Shizusi's Shizusi. We double. Those are otters? Are you sure? I thought they were sloths at first. And then raccoon. Yeah, you're right. They're definitely not raccoons. Otter makes more sense. My eyesight's not so good. I'm not looking at the desktop version. I'm looking at the... I'm looking at the actual PC version. It don't look like otters to me. They just look like brown blobs. Odd left one's holding a shell. Oh, okay. The soulmate thing. Yeah, where they trade a shell to each other or a nice pretty stone and then they become mates for life. That's fucking cute. Yeah, otters, they hold calm. Clam? Clam? I like that they sleep while holding each other's hands. That's fucking adorable. Otters are cute creatures when they're not destroying their local environments, which they do. Which they do. Can't escape the Ussi. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I'll forgive you. I know you're a boomer. I am a boomer. I'm worse than a boomer. I'm too old for even being a boomer at this point. Well, that's the thing. I'm young for a boomer. I couldn't be a boomer. But I'm at that weird age group where it's like, I'm old, but I'm still young. Starful! What the fuck, bro? Stofel, thank you so much for gifting 5 more community subs for a total of 10 in the channel. Yo, thank you so much. Welcome to the House of Copperhounds. XX Nova Knight X. Green Sardonyx. Incense Stick 23. Manani and Utao Hime. Welcome to the House of Copperhounds. It's lovely to have you all here. Thank you so much. And Stofel, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I am going to throw out... I think Koo eating melon, because Koo's chatting shit about otters, and will continue to. Fuck otters. They're cute in one way, and that's it. Did you know there is an otter that can grow to 5 foot? That's fucking terrifying. That is a too big otter. That otter would crush you. That otter would destroy every environment. It would take down 3 trees. Your birthday starts with 19. Eh? Yeah, I don't know what that means. While we have the chance, make Seb a mod. Is Seb here? I see no stuff. Okay, there we go. Fair enough. How do I mod? There you go. Seb's a mod. Good luck, Seb. Welcome to the crazy house. Holy shit. And also Margaret, 1234568. Thank you so much for subscribing for the 15th month in a row. Why I never get the hype train emotes? I think you have to have contributed to the hype train to get it. So you have to have actually subscribed or resubscribed or thrown bits while it's like happening. So if you have like an auto resubscribe, you pretty much never get it, unfortunately. Oh no. You are old if your birth year starts with 19. Oh, that doesn't make me old. I'm well into that. My little brother is well into that. Yeah, I'm old. This is fair. This is fine. That means only people under 20 are young to you? That's fucked up, man. I mean, they're children. Yeah, no, they're not just young. They're children. They need to keep their diapers on. But we'll dive into this. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for all the subscribers. Ooh, we got to welcome me. Whoa! Sil Stormlight, welcome to the House of Copperhounds. It's lovely to have you here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us, and please enjoy your stay. In Chinese, you're a young adult until 40. Hell yeah, Lily Ocho. Lily Ocho gets it. You're a young adult until you're 40, and only then do you even become a real adult. That's just middle-aged adult. That actually makes sense. Young adult, then like middle-aged adult from like 40 to 60, and then you're a proper old adult. Yeah, I like that. 1998. Nice, Chow Chow. Just barely in the old group with us. Welcome to the House of Copperhounds. Thank you so much for resubscribing for the 6th month in a row, Chow Chow. Oh, you're still a baby to me too. Gotta go, kiddos. Catch you all next stream. Have a good night, Wine Life and Gamer Wife. Thanks for dropping in while you could. Did I miss a chapter, or is this the first one? This is the first one. I've been chatting too much, and we did start... yeah, like a good 10 minutes late from the latest time. I was all like, we'll start 5 to 5:30 from now on, and then I show up at like 5:42. Anyway, chapter 102. Shizun? Well, this... I shut up, Echo. I just realized we're not doing romantic music anymore. We're back to sad. I forgot what we're doing. We're doing all these flashbacks. Pain and sadness and pain, and let's go. That sounds good. That sounds great. Yeah, there we go. Chapter 102. Shizun. Shizun, pay attention to me. That was the first thing Moron had said when they first met in front of the heaven-piercing tower. At that time, Chuanning's eyes were closed. Moron called to him and his eyelashes fluttered open. That was also the last thing Moron had said when they parted for the last time at the Red Lotus Pavilion. At that time, Chuanning's eyes were closed. Moron called to him, but he never again lifted his head. That one sentence drifted for half a lifetime from the heaven-piercing tower to the edge of the Lotus Pond and finally settled into dust. All those years of hate and love scattered went cold. Moron finished the last year of pear blossom wine and went down from the southern peak of Sushang Peak towards the eve of his final day. The next day, the rebel army charged into Wushan Palace to find that Tashi Jun, a calamity upon the world for the past 10 years, had taken his own life at the age of 32. By now, 2 lifetimes have gone by. Moron opened his eyes. He had slept through the night under the flowering tree before the heaven-piercing tower and woke up dazed and lost, unable to tell where he was. Absently, he murmured, "Shizun, pay attention to me." Only then did he remember that in this lifetime as well, Chuan-Ning was already gone. In the past life, he had gotten used to every day being a bitter struggle, and Chuan-Ning was the one who had walked with him till the very end. He didn't want to be a vile person again in this life, but Chuan-Ning wouldn't be around to see that now. Maybe even the heavens couldn't bear it, or perhaps it was simply fate. Chuan-Ning had already grown beyond disgusted with him in the past life, and so in this one he had become the first to leave. Moran laid his arm across his eyes, holding back the tightness in his throat. He heard Shi Jungyong shouting frantically in the distance. His uncle was looking for him, yelling, "Runner! Where are you? Runner?" Shimei was calling him for him as well. "Aran! Where are you? Hurry and come out!" Oh, this is still. "Runner, come back and keep Yuhong company! Don't do anything stupid, Runner!" Keep Yuhong company? Keep him company? Moran scrambled up from the ground and stumbled unsteadily towards the voices. He can't collapse. He can't collapse. There are lots of things he still has to do. The person behind everything hasn't been found yet, not to mention the Heavenly Rift could open again at any time. Sushang Peak had suffered heavy losses in the catastrophe, and there were countless things needing to be taken care of. Shun Meng was already heartbroken from grief, so anguished he couldn't even get up. He can't also collapse. So he endured it, forced himself to carry on. He told himself, "It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt." It's not the first time he's been through Chuan-Ning's death. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. But how could it not hurt? Over 3,000 steps he had crawled, carrying him on his back. How could it not hurt? Draining the very last bit of his spiritual energy, giving it all to him. How could it not hurt? He had suffered the same injury, but for the sake of not burdening his disciple, he'd put on a heartless expression and left by himself. How could it not hurt? And in the past life, Chuan-Ning had actually suffered the same injury as Shimei. It's just that he didn't say anything about it. He didn't say, and Moran didn't know. So he roared angrily at Chuan-Ning, vented endless hatred on him, flipped to the ground those wontons that Chuan-Ning, who hadn't even recovered from his own injuries yet, had worked so hard to make for him. Chuan-Ning had bent down in front of him, lowered his head, and then one by one, picked them up and thrown them away. How could it not hurt? How could it have not hurt? He took out Chuan-Ning's heart. How could it have not hurt? How could it? Moran couldn't walk anymore. He stood in place for a long while, trying to suppress it, trying to calm down. His entire body trembled. It hurts. He buried his face in his hands, bit down on his lips, swallowed his sobs together with the blood. A long while passed before he managed, just barely, to pull himself together. He lifted his head, eyes red-rimmed, and drew in a deep breath, and then slowly he walked down the steps. He can't collapse. Oh, that's so good. That's so fucking powerful. Again, we're starting off immediately with this. The fact that Moran now realizes how much pain he caused to Chuan-Ning. The fact that Chuan-Ning didn't deserve any of it in the first lifetime or the second. And that's crushing him so much. And so because of that, he wants to repent. He can't collapse. He needs to be the strong one now. Meng Meng is already down for the count. But he doesn't have that luxury. He took the last of Shizun's life. And if there's anybody who needs to be standing straight right now, it's Moran. You love to see it. You love to see the redemption. He put himself together so he doesn't leave the family with even less hands. Exactly, Sil Stormlight. He's like, I'll be the strong one for now, just like Chuan-Ning always was, pretending to be strong even when he was about to collapse from the pain. Oh, man. Time to head out. Bye, everyone. Later, Wuxian Suivian. Thank you for joining us for a little while. Have a lovely night. Who planning my trip to Universal, but I shall be lurking. Sweet, Morg69. Thanks for dropping in and joining us even while you're in the middle of other stuffs. Hope the trip to Universal goes well. The Universal Orlando or a different one? This sounds like me during my second read-through. Hurts even more the second time around. Yeah. It's pretty bad the first time around, I'm not gonna lie. And I would crawl 3,000 more. Okay, that made it feel a bit better. I would climb 3,000 steps and I would crawl 3,000 more just to make the evil Tashi Jun feel bad for making me into a man. For making me into a man whore. That's what I was going for. Oh man, make bad for making Chuaning into a man whore. There you go. Do-do-do. 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 I'm gay. We know, moron. Come out of hiding. Oh, Lilybones, there is no secret to that. Uncle worries he'd do something stupid. That's what I'm worried about right now. I guess he fell asleep in front of the tree. So right now, like, people saw him at the mountain where Shizun's body was at rest. And then as far as they know, he just disappeared. Like, Uncle told him to come down and get some food, but he didn't want any food. He did. He went down and got like a small bowl of noodles, barely ate any, and then found himself back at the Red Lotus Pavilion because he was missing Shizun so much and fell asleep there. So as far as they're aware, he's just disappeared. They probably think he's suicidal at this point. Great cough. Look, man. Look. I could have done it properly. I could have gone back and done it properly, but I was just like, no, I already fucked it up once. We're not doing this. We have so many points, might as well use them. What are you spamming them on? Oh, a bunch of hydrates. Thank you. Hide Kazuke, thank you so much for resubscribing for the... Oh. A first ever subscription. Yo. Hide Kazuke. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time ever. Welcome to the House of Copperhounds. It's lovely to have you here, and thank you for joining us. Apple Sweet Rose. I've been binge watching your Urha live read because I love not only pain, but you're bringing them alive, and it's really cool. Yeah, I bring them alive so that Meat Bun can kill them, and we can all feel all of the pain together. Thank you for joining us, though. It's lovely to see a first-time viewer. I have nearly 84k points. Oh, it's a good thing. I wasn't planning on, like, sticking around. There was going to be 100k redeem, which would have been terrifying. I'm 114k, Milok. God damn. That's fucking crazy. Let's continue. Let's keep twisting these knives. Uncle? Ranar, where did you go? You worried me half to death. How am I going to face Yuheng in... Oh. Wait, what? I thought it was Shimei. He calls him Ranar too. Aran. Aran is what Shimei calls him. I'm pretty sure... Fuck. I used Shimei's voice for Uncle earlier too. Ranar, where did you go? You worried me half to death. How am I going to face Yuheng in the afterlife if something happens to you? It was my fault, Moran said. I'm okay now. Sorry to have made Uncle worry. Xue Jingyong shook his head, not quite sure what to say, and so only patted Moran's shoulder. After a long moment, he said, It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You're already so much stronger than Mong are. Moran asked in a hoarse voice. Okay, I read ahead on that one. That one fucking terrified me. Where's Xue Meng? I'm going to pause right there, because I just suddenly realized when they'd been worried about Moran doing something physical to himself, and then Moran asked in a hoarse voice, where's Xue Meng? Right after his dad was like, you're so much stronger than Meng are. I was like, oh fuck, did Meng cut himself? Did Meng do something? No! So it's fine, it's fine. Sick. He has a high fever, just drank his medicine and went to sleep. He's inconsolable when awake, just crying all day. It's good that he's asleep. Xue Jingyong looked exhausted. The heavenly rift of the infinite hells caused a huge wave in the cultivation world. Even the upper cultivation world has begun to send people to look into the matter. But the person behind had covered his tracks extremely well. Butterfly Town was particularly leveled in the bloody battle, leaving no clues to be found. Hearing this, Moran wasn't at all surprised. That person's abilities were clearly beyond what anyone, including himself, had expected. Someone who could take Chuan-Ning's life obviously wouldn't be careless enough to leave any traces. What did the upper cultivation realm plan to do? Xue Jingyong replied, they're holding a meeting at Spiritual Mountain with representatives from each sect to discuss the matter. I'm leaving for it tomorrow, but I'm worried about leaving when Mong-ar is like this. He was right. Now that even the #1 Zongshu in the world, Chuan-Ning, had lost his life in this incident at Butterfly Town, the upper cultivation world cannot simply sit by and watch anymore, however negligent they might be. Just who laid down the spells that opened up the barrier? What is he after? What's his next move? These questions circled in everyone's hearts like vultures. Everyone wanted to know the answers, but extensive investigations had yielded nothing, so there was no choice left but to cooperate. I'm sorry, I just love that fucking phrase, where the upper cultivation realm is like, well, we did everything we could as a single group. Like every one of our sects, one by one, tried to investigate. They came up with nothing. So I guess we actually have to talk it out with one another and get along and wear our good boy shirt and... Oh, god damn it. Instead of he's sick, I heard he's in a wig. Did I fuck up? Did I read that wrong? He's in a wig is pretty funny, though. Mong would rock a wig. I bet fucking Meihan Shui's got to make him rock a blonde wig at some point in the future. It has to make him look a bit more heavenly before he smashes that. If anything happens to Mong, I'm going to kill everyone in this chat and then myself. We've only had Mong for a few months. However, we like him now. We hated him at the beginning. We fucking love him now. They better not take him away. This is some Romeo and Juliet bullshit here. This is some dark shit, yeah. The upper and lower cultivation realm being like, wow, fuck. I guess we have to deal with one another. Our job here is done, but you didn't do anything. Away! The virgin upper cultivation world versus the Chad lower cultivation world. Yeah, now it's time to actually get into the nitty gritty. Hated him? Never. I hated him at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. I'll say it. He seemed so prissy. The way he treated Moron was just... He was just constantly like, you damn mutt. He was like an annoying younger brother. He's better now. He's better now. Now that we get his psychology. And we see... Moron did kind of deserve it. Did you guys realize this read-through is already longer than the Scum Villain one? It's wild, isn't it? Isn't it? Crazy. Moron said, Uncle, don't worry. I'll help Aunt take care of things in the sect while you're gone. That's good. That's good. I really hate having to burden you. Shui Jungyong left, and Shui Meng spent all day spacing out. So all the accumulated scrolls of paperwork and jobs fell to Moron. This is not good for baby boy. Moron threw himself into the work, not daring to rest for even one moment. Because if he stops to rest, stops to think, then the anguish and regret will drag him down into the abyss and torture his broken soul. He wished that he could bury his head in the scrolls day and night so that he wouldn't have to contend with the endless torment and guilt in his heart. That's so fucking real too. Like, it's so 100% true to life that there are only like a few ways you can try to avoid grief at that moment. We've already had Mong fall into the point where it's just like emotionally devastated. Too many emotions to comprehend, so he's just broken. Doesn't know how to deal with anything. Is just like, we don't have a Shizun anymore. And just like collapsing to the ground and feeling sick and crying. Understandable. So Moron's going the opposite way, which is to throw yourself into your work, take your mind off of it, and you'll find yourself crying in like a few days to a few weeks, and you'll just be like, why am I crying? Oh shit, yeah, somebody died. Oh god. Poor Moron, trying to be strong. What else was that in recently that I watched? Fucking the anime based off of Vikings. Vinland Saga. The elder sister does the same thing. Throws herself into her work when the father and child disappear. And then just randomly bursts out into tears at one moment. It's like, why am I crying? Oh yeah. Fuck. Oh man, distract yourself to not think about your grief and have it consume you. It's too real. It's so real, Seven of Stardust. Meatbun's doing such a good job. I still love the Scum Villain read-throughs, if only for System and Hamster Bro. I loved Tianlong... yeah, Tianlong Jun. Tongue twisted. I so continuously get confused between Taxian Jun and Tianlong Jun. But yeah, I loved Tianlong Jun. And Zhujiang. All those disorganized papers, all the scattered notes, good luck. Good luck. When the infinite hells opened, yin energy had flooded the mortal realm, and all manners of fiends that had long been suppressed seized the opportunity to escape and wreak havoc across the land. These days, the letters of commission requesting aid from Sushang Peak have practically piled up into a small mountain. Moron busied himself taking care of it all, forgetting to sleep and skipping on meals, often heading into Loyalty Hall at the break of dawn and staying until late at night before going back to rest. But even buried in the ocean of paperwork like this, he would still get pricked unawares by the fragments of Chuan Ning left behind. Oh, that's painful. Who the fuck is this? I'm just gonna give it a voice. I don't know. Old man?
Qianjiang region has been troubled as of late, and most of the 82 families in Fengling village are old and ailing, without any means of defense. We're fortunate to have a holy night guardian golem made by your esteemed sect leader elder to fend off for the fiends for the time being, but it's not a long-term solution, so we would like to request...
I get it, it's just a random person. That makes more sense. A droplet of candle wax slid slowly down and the wick crackled. Moron came to with a start. He'd been spacing out at the letter for a long time, his finger smoothing over the words, Holy Night Guardian, over and over, and the image in his mind was that of Chuan Ning in the Red Lotus Pavilion, his hair pulled back in a ponytail, holding a sandal file in his mouth as he concentrates on oiling a golem. Oh god! That's the image that the fucking game uses constantly, is just Moron curled up with Chuan Ning working on a piece of equipment. I don't like it. As someone who has grieved a lot, what's left behind, the little memories are the worst. Yeah, you just randomly catch a snippet, hear somebody just say something that you used to hear a lot from that person, see something that they left behind that you didn't even think about as being theirs until you see it in that one moment and you realize, oh yeah, he used to hold that all the time. The Holy Night Guardian. I'm definitely not a bad guy voice. Don't worry about it. He's not a bad guy. He's just maybe up to a little bit of stuff. Coup plus a DILF character. Yep. 100 out of 100. Perfect. Thirsting for the daddy? Surprised. You gotta have the daddies, man. We need the daddies around here. There's not enough daddies in these kinds of stories. Moron let out a long exhale and pressed his fingers to his forehead, rubbing lightly. Suddenly, he heard someone knocking. Shimei? Dressed in light, simple white robes, the beautiful young man walked in holding a tray and sat it down next to Moron's scrolls. Then rolled up his sleeves and stirred the candlelight back into brightness, saying in a gentle voice, Aran, you've been working all day. Have something to eat. All right. Moron forced a smile and put down his scroll, kneading at the throbbing pain between his brows. I made a bowl of ginseng chicken soup and a couple plates of side dishes. Shimei set out the dishes and felt the temperature through the bowl. Oh, good. They're still warm. While eating, Shimei noticed a loose strand of hair hanging before that handsome but tired-looking face and reached out to tuck it back in for him. Aran. That day, there was something you wanted to say to me? Moron's mind was a jumbled mess. Not quite catching on for a moment, he glanced at him and asked, Which day? Shimei pursed his lips and lowered his gaze. When the heavenly rift happened. You said you were going to go help Shizun mend the heavenly rift, and that there was something. But if you still felt like telling me when you came back, then... He lowered his head, voice drifting off. In the light of the candle, Shimei's delicate, snow-white ears seemed a little red. Moron stared for a long time, but couldn't force a single word out. He knew without a doubt that he loved Shimei dearly. But right now, in this moment,
He really wasn't in the mood, not even a little bit. He was shameless and unmannerly, couldn't care less what others said, and knew nothing of things like morality and etiquette. But that didn't mean he was heartless. Sorry. A long moment passed in silence before Moron finally said in a soft voice, I feel really down right now, and I don't think now is the right time for this, so about that thing. I'll tell you some other time, okay? Shimei's head snapped up, his beautiful eyes startled. Moron forced out a chuckle and raised his hands, then hesitated for a moment before patting Shimei's head. I'm kinda dumb, and there have been so many things to take care of lately, I don't know when I'll have a quiet moment to gather my thoughts. I don't want to be careless about it. Even the warmth of the candle couldn't conceal the gradual blanching of Shimei's face. Careless? He paused, then suddenly smiled. Haran, it was life or death back then. I thought that what you were going to say at a time like that would have been something you've already given careful thought to. I have. Moron furrowed his brows. I've thought about it for a long time, and it's never changed, but not right now. Moron's hands clenched into fists in his sleeves. Not right now, Shimei. You don't know this, but that thing is very important. I don't want to rush it and tell you it's such a miserable time. Young master! Junior suddenly barged in unannounced, only to see that the one managing sect matters in Loyalty Hall was Moron, and hurriedly lowered his head in a bow, saying, Mogongzu! Oh man, Moron! Growing up, let's fucking go. Being like, you know what, maybe now's not the best time. I feel fucking sad, Shimei. Can you stop trying to get into my fucking pants for 1 minute? My Shizun is dead! It's so fucking funny. It's so different. Oh, man. The funny thing is, it's making Shimei look more like a bad guy. Shimei should be in as much pain as Mung and Moron right now. So the fact that Shimei is straight up like, you had something to tell me, right? Maybe he was the one dressed in black that night. The one who had snuck in and was like, oh, I thought you loved your beloved Shimei. Don't tell me you love that Chu Wanning bastard. Yo. Maybe it is Shimei who's been evil this whole time. Darker music, Ku? Fine. Fine, I was enjoying setting up romance even though it's not the ship we ship. No sex now, babe. My lover just died. Can't have sex with you right now, concubine. My husband just died. I'm sorry. Swear I love Shimei, but he acts like a kid that wants to play with a toy only when another kid has it. Yeah, he definitely has that kind of feel to him where it's like he didn't care about Aran until Aran didn't seem interested, and then suddenly, Aran, you're supposed to be telling me how beautiful I am. Aran? Come on, my ass looks great in this robe. Come on. But maybe this is Shimei trying to hide his own pain as well. Or maybe he's finally ready to move forward with Moron and he's giving him that in. He's saying, hey, you can tell me now. I think I know what you wanted to say, and maybe we both need somebody to hug at night right now. Maybe. I realize Shimei doesn't have much feelings for all of them. It's possible. That is the thing right now, though. I am not 100% sure if it is one of those things where it's like he doesn't have feelings, he doesn't feel it as much, or if this is his way for grieving. Different people grieve in different ways. This could be Shimei trying to throw himself into something to distract himself. All I'm trying to say is this wouldn't happen in the Chen sect. What are you saying? I am you people's Shizun. Are you saying if I died, you guys would be fine? You'd just be like, fuck it? Acting awfully sus right now, type shit. Maybe he's also looking for a distraction from pain. Exactly, Miru69. That's what I'm saying. You never know with characters like these until they reveal it. If they're written as well as Meat Bun seems to write all of her fucking characters, then you'll figure it out when you figure it out. That's the whole point of life. You never know what somebody else is thinking unless they tell you. And even then, they may be bullshitting. We will find out in time. And I turned the music down a little bit. Let me know if this is quiet enough.
But is it weird because it seemed that Shimei loved Chuan-Ning? Yeah, even more so. Well, maybe that's it even more. Maybe he doesn't understand why Moran's working so hard. Maybe he's like, he was my Shizun. I loved him. I thought you loved me. Why are you acting more sad than me? So is it a weird way to grieve? Nah, if you die, we will cry and then eat wontons. Fair enough. Cry, eat wontons, and then get drunk and have fun. That's the plan. Ghost is trying to get us in trouble. We would be burning things. Hell yeah! Grieve death by celebrating life. Through sex? I mean, that's one way to do it. I am a great proponent of the whole fuck having like a sad, solemn wake kind of thing for somebody. Have a happy wake. Be sad in your own time. Be sad in your own time and feel sad. And then when you gather as a group, don't do the whole like, oh, we're gathered here today to say goodbye to a dearly departed soul. No, fuck that. Get drunk, throw things around, talk about stories from their life and have a good time. That's the plan. Lang Yi Jun, there will be a riot. I heard burn. Don't worry about it, Seb. Burn later. Better not cry during sex. It's very uncomfortable. It happens, though. It definitely happens. I have definitely been in a situation where I've been, like, trying to hide my feelings through sex. And midway through, I've been like, I don't want to be doing this. I just want to leave right now. I'm dying. Fuck. That brought back a really fucking embarrassing memory. Jeez. Moving on. Having been interrupted like this, the faint blush on Shimei's face faded away as he flicked his sleeves and sat back from where he was leaning forward, taking on a mild, unassuming appearance. Okay, that makes it sound even more like he was down to fuck as fuck. Look at that. He was leaning forward towards Moran, giving him like, Moran, what was that thing you wanted to talk to me? God damn. Shimei totally wanted to fuck. Thank you for the hydrates. Law Bing-He feels attacked. Law Bing-He should be attacked, and he would enjoy it. Moran looked up, not noticing this change in his demeanor. What is it? Reporting in. There's an esteemed guest at the sect entrance. An esteemed guest? Moran repeated. Anyone of note from the 10 great sects is at Spiritual Mountain right now. Where's this esteemed guest from? The disciple seemed both scared and excited, face flushed and stammering incoherently for a while before finally managing to say, It's Master Huaizui. It's Master Huaizui of Wubei Temple. What? Even the ex-emperor Taxian Jun, Moran, couldn't help abruptly getting to his feet, and Shimei was startled as well. Master Huaizui! It was not for nothing that Moran was so shocked. This Master Huaizui was practically a legend in the cultivation world. Huaizui, bearing sins. Wubei without sorrows. I know that one! Wubei shows up in a lot of poetry and songs and shit. But holy shit! Bearing sins, that's a sick name. He sounds like a beast already, and this is Shizun's Shizun, I'd imagine. As per the title of this chapter. Pushing his boobs together all sexy like, that's exactly what Shimei was doing! Shimei being all seductive. The attack was not very effective. Moran platonically in love with Shimei. Shimei just being sexually attracted to him. That's probably what's gonna happen with these two. Shimei just wants to fuck and has no feelings for him. Meanwhile, Moran never wanted to touch Shimei because it was all like, oh, he's so beautiful, so precious. He needs to be pure, untouched, unblemished by someone like me. That's gonna be fun. They're gonna hate each other. Shizun's Shizun. Oh yeah. Bearing sins without sorrow. Wait. I thought Wubei, yeah, of Wubei Temple, okay. When you put those together, I was like, wait, is his name fucking Huaizui Wubei? That'd be even better. Bearing sin without sorrow, that would be sick. But yeah, the temple is like, yeah, it's all good. Spoilerish titles? I mean, yeah, but it makes you excited. This person had long ago achieved enlightenment and ought to have ascended. But when the great gates of the heavenly realm opened for him, he had pressed his palms together and said that he could not break with the mortal realm, could not let go of his lifelong obsession, and could not wash himself of past sins. In the end, the heavenly light disappeared, the lotus blossom wilted, and Master Huaizui ambled away from immortality in his worn-out monk robes, monk staff tapping lightly against the ground. That is badass as fuck. Are you shitting me? He achieved the fucking gods came down and said, bruh, you are ready. Come join us, my son. And he was like, nah, I'm still kind of obsessed with this thing I did when I was younger. You guys may think I'm immortal, but you guys are dumb fucks. I am not without regret. I'm still bound to this realm. Fuck you guys. I'll see you guys in a couple hundred years. God damn. After declining his chance to ascend and become an immortal, he went into seclusion at Wu-Bei Temple to reflect, and 100 years passed in the blink of an eye. 100 years hence, the cultivation world has only heard of his name without ever seeing his person, and the number of seniors still living who had met him could be counted on one hand. In his past life, Moran had turned the world upside down and still hadn't been able to meet with Master Huaizui. Huaizui had been far too... I'm fucking learning how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. We've got the Chinese. That's even better. You can't copy from this. I forgot about that. Okay. We're gonna not spoil ourselves here. I just need to make sure. What? Huaizui. Huaizui. Okay, that's giving me a name that is not... Shit, go back. I'm not going to learn how to pronounce this name. This is fine. I'm calling him Huaizui. I can't click that. Ah, thank you, Lucilla. Thank you. I did not look at any of that I clicked on. It was a different name, but it said about Master Huaizui. Anyway, this is fine. Thank you. Didn't get spoiled. There was something there that was not a man. It's fine.
Huaizui.
I'm right anyway. Fuck me!
Huaizui.
At least I know I'm getting better at reading Pinyin. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. 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 We're good. We're here. Oh, man. We're good. We're good. Guilty? Don't worry about it. It's just a different thing. Why would you go to Google when you have chat, my guy? It's timing. Timing. It was good timing. You guys saved me. Unexpectedly, in this reborn life, Master Huaizui came calling on his own in a late-night visit. Countless thoughts flashed instantly through his mind, though he didn't know yet exactly what he came here for. Moran immediately thought of those rumors about Master Huaizui. Huaizui? Huaizui? How could he have forgotten about Master Huaizui? Last lifetime, when Shimei died, he didn't even know that there was such a sagely senior in the cultivation world due to his ignorance. It was only later when he became emperor that he learned from the reports of his subordinates that there actually existed a person in this world who could wield the rebirth technique of the 3 forbidden techniques. That person was Huaizui. Okay, well this is getting less dark now. I'm gonna go for the more mysticky kind of sound. Dude, he can bring people back from the dead. We may be getting chewed. He's not. He's gonna say no. Moran's gonna try and attack him and get absolutely bitch slapped. An obsession of more than 100 years? It sounds like he did something bad and he regrets it. And so yeah, he refuses to ascend. Even though everybody else sees him as this immortal master who knows everything and is fully enlightened, he's like, no. Maybe he betrayed a friend back then or hurt someone. Who knows? We'll find out. Given Meat Bun's penchant for sprinkling all kinds of info, did Huaizui commit a sin, or is that just a relatively common name? I think they committed a sin. It may be. And I mean, this is just a suggestion. I'm realizing now if this is right, this is going to be way too perfect. But I'm wondering if it's one of the person who betrayed Chu Shun, like all those hundreds of years ago. And maybe that's why he has a connection to Chu Wan-ning now. Maybe he brought... Chu Shun came back. Kind of. Like, unless his life just worked... His life's past pain worked so heavily that Chu Wan-ning was born with that scar over his chest, which is a possibility. Which is a possibility. But I still feel like Chu Wan-ning just essentially is Chu Shun. Like, literally brought back from the dead. So this could be a person who did something there, regrets everything and is trying to fix it. But who knows? We'll find out. Maybe not for hundreds of chapters, but we'll find out. He had hurriedly sent people to Wu-Bei Temple to request his presence, to call back Shimei's soul. But the people he sent returned with the news that the Great Master had already passed on, that he had missed his last chance to bring Shimei back. Right now, this person of legend was still alive?
He was still alive! How did he forget that? How could he forget?
Moron's heart lurched, and he started trembling all over. A blaze glowed in his eyes as he shot to his feet and hastily said,
"Hurry and invite the Great Master in!"
And then, before the reporting disciple even had a chance to respond, Moron changed his mind.
"Actually, I'll go welcome him in myself."
Before he took 2 steps, there was a sudden flash of yellow from outside. Neither the candle nor its flame moved. There wasn't even a hint of a breeze. No one had seen how he came in, not even Moron's sharp eyes. Yet a monk wearing a bamboo hat and worn-out monk robes was already standing imposingly inside Loyalty Hall. He had moved like lightning and stopped right in front of Moron, the sudden proximity a bit startling. Yo! This is so fucking sick! I like this guy. He's just like, bitch, I heard you and I came to you. This one is imposing so late at night and shall... No. This one is imposing so late at night and shall not trouble Moshiju, so... A deep, mellow voice drifted out from beneath the bamboo hat, startling both Moron and Shimei. Oh, he doesn't have an old man's voice. Fuck! How was this the voice of a 100-year-old man? Before he had any time to think, the monk took off his bamboo hat. In the candlelit hall, he looked to be about 30 years of age, with a clear appearance and a mild demeanor. His eyes were bright and sharp, but they were calm and clear rather than menacing, like the reflection of light in waters. You are... The monk put his palms together and bowed down low. Amitabha, this humble monk is Huaizui. No one had expected Master Huaizui, who was at least 100 years old, to look even younger than Shi Jungyong. For a moment, there was only stunned silence. But Moron knew some things when it came to cultivation. Huaizui was someone who had rejected ascension and chose instead to stay in the mortal realm, and so was no different than an immortal other than the final step of shedding his mortal body and going through the heavenly trial. He relaxed a little after reasoning through it like that, but couldn't look away from Huaizui. That's fucking sick, man. He sounds hot as fuck. Yeah, he does. He looks only 30 years old. He's got like the DILF kind of feeling, but also got the fresh looking eyes. He doesn't look like he's been aged too much yet. Younger than Shi Jungyong, but you know he could fucking kill a god. Let's go. You know who he reminds me of? And I hate that I'm always comparing danmeis, but it's because I only have danmeis in my Shansha repertoire. But you know who I'm talking about. Not The Untamed. What's the other drama we watched together? God damn it. Oh, Uncle from that, who was immortal. Shit. Joseph? No, the other one. Shit. Word of honor. Thank you. What's my man's name? Sexy old man. Never aged. Until things. Yebai! Thank you. Yebai was sexy as fuck. I hope this man is just as funny as him. God damn, he was fucking hilarious. Word of honor's Yebai. He was so good. He was so funny. Oh, man. The priest one, exactly. Oh, he was great. His interactions with Wen Kashing was so fucking good. Shania, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Welcome to the House of Copper Hounds for the first time ever. It's lovely to have you here, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you for telling me Yebai. I forgot all about it. Shizun, of course he had to be hot. It had to happen. He's about to graduate soon. I am about to graduate soon, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys. It's okay. It's okay. We got a month left. Well, we've got less than a month now. We've got like 2 weeks left. No, yeah, it's already signed, but we had no follow-up news aside of Meat Bun's confirmation. Yeah, we don't know when the novel's actually coming out, but we just know soon enough they'll announce it. It's definitely been signed, so we'll find out. Huaizui didn't wish to disturb any more people, so it was just the 3 of them sitting down in Loyalty Hall. Moron served tea to the Great Master personally. Huaizui accepted and uttered his thanks, but did not drink, only setting the tea aside on the small sandalwood table, and then slowly raising his head. He was mellow and polite, but cut straight to the point. Moshiju, damn it. Moshiju, pray forgive this humble monk's forwardness, but the reason for this humble monk's coming today is a past acquaintance. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Emi-tuofu. Amitabha, Buddha. Merciful Buddha, greeting. Yeah, we know Amitabha. Shiju, benefactor. Term used by a monk to address a layperson. And yeah, if you didn't know about the heavenly trial, upon cultivating to enlightenment, a cultivator must first shed their mortal vessel and undergo one or more heavenly trials, possibly among other requirements as well as depending on the law, before they can become an immortal. Basically, they get struck by lightning, and then God says, I'm gonna make your life hard. If you survive it, you join us. Bitch grandpa, my beloved. Oh, yeah, but he was great. Rin5617, thank you so much for the 170 merits out of nowhere. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Moron's heartbeat sped up abruptly. His vision swam and his fingers dug into the edge of the table with such strength that he nearly crushed it. He stared intently at Master Huaizui's face as words from his past life resurfaced in his mind, once again like drifting flakes of snow. There is rumor that there is someone who has successfully used the rebirth technique of the 3 forbidden techniques. But it's just a rumor. There's no way to know whether there's any truth to it. Where is this Master Huaizui? I'll pay any price to bring Shimei back. To answer your majesty, Huaizui has already passed away many, many years ago. He wrote nothing in all his life, and regarding rebirth, he only said that the changing of fate is in defiance of the heaven's will. Its dangers immeasurable. Other than that, he left behind nothing else. The words streamed past his ears. You know what's going to be fucking terrifying here? If Master Huaizui is just like, you know what? I may be here to say goodbye to my past student, Chu Wanning. But at the same time, you have defied heaven's will, my young lad, and I must kill you too. I know who you were in your past life. Oh no. Changing fates. What was this book about again? Don't worry about it. It's fine. He's not going against God or anything. Is that who's hurting him? No, that doesn't make sense, because somebody put him back in time before he... Yeah. Very confusing. Very confusing. Oh, there's more. Master Huaizui had an unfathomable grasp of mortality and reincarnation. Rumor has it that he had dealings with the ghost realm. If he yet lived, perhaps Mingjing Shishong might be returned from the grave. But unfortunately... Master Huaizui was like a ghost lingering in the world of the living. Anything and everything involving the yin and the yang, he definitely had a hand in. Moron drew in a deep breath and was surprised to find that his voice trembled a little. Past acquaintance? Past acquaintance, he murmured, his gaze locking with Master Huaizui's clear eyes. With his back covered in a sheen of sweat, Moron asked in a voice so quiet it was barely audible. Who is this past acquaintance? Oh wait, barely audible. Who is this past acquaintance? The monk stood up slowly. In the dim candlelight, there was no shadow beneath his feet. The sleeves of his thin and simple yellow robe hung low. The robe was fairly worn out, but completely free of wrinkles and drifted lightly in the breeze like the flickering outline of a ghost. This great master was certainly impossible to read. Moron could practically hear the beating of his own heart. Subconsciously, he stood up with Huaizui, and the two of them gazed at one another. Great master? If there was a mirror in front of him right now, he would see the thread of hope that had appeared on his face unawares, and the pleading that followed in its wake. Who is this past acquaintance? Was it him? Was it him? Huaizui lowered his lashes and sighed as he pressed his palms together. My disciple Chu Wanning perished 7 days ago. Tonight is the night his soul is set to return. This humble monk could not bear to send off one so young, and so came to Sushang Peak to beg Mo Shiju's pity that he might return this old monk's his disciple. I'm sorry. Cannot bear to send off one so young. Return my disciple. Tonight is the night his soul is set to return. He's bringing him back of his own volition. What? Well, that. Why did we go through the last 3 chapters? Fine. This is fine. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. This. I didn't expect it. I still probably have to work to get him back. But this is fucking awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad we had 3 chapters of Moron just being like, I killed him. He's gone forever. And then on the 7th day of his death, fucking Immortal Master shows up and is like, oh, I kind of want to bring him back. Could I have his body, please? His soul's coming back tonight. I got a thing to do. Oh, man. Unless he wants to take Chuan-Ning back and won't let him out into the outside world anymore. You really thought he would die? I thought he'd be dead for the whole book. I thought this was going to be like 100 chapters of pain. Anyway, author's notes. Big white cats talking corpse, thanking JJWXC moders. Adorable Shuimong. Adorable Shuimong is gravely ill and unable to get up. We resort to yanking dog, currently in system meltdown over. Oh, that's fucking cute. Moron's like, thank you. I gotta go save my Shizun. Get the fuck out of here. Like Rapunzel? Like Rapunzel. Has 1/3 introspection. Of course we had 3 chapters of Moron's woes. You gotta do it. You gotta make people cry. Waiting for an answer if we cried today. I haven't cried out of joy either, but I'm glad to hear that Morrissey is. That's cute. Angry Mama Bear, thank you so much for resubscribing for the 15th month in a row. Welcome back to the House of Copper Hounds. It's lovely to have you here, and thank you so much for resubscribing. I will indeed also throw out the crying Lorbing Hers for anybody else who wants to spam them. Meanwhile, I think we're going to have a slight fight. What if this guy's a bad guy? I'm suddenly realizing just because he said he's going to bring him back doesn't necessarily mean he's going to bring him back. There's every chance he said this, but what he actually means is, I'm giving you false hope. And then I'm going to reveal that I was the bad guy all along, trying to punish you for your past sins, you fuck. Oh, no. Anyway. Oh, how long is this one? We're definitely doing one more, but we're probably not doing one more after that. It doesn't matter. We'll read this one no matter what. But we'll see. Chapter 103. Shizun, I'm coming to find you. So it was like that. His disciple? Moron never would have thought that this exalted monk who was particularly indifferentiable between human and ghost was actually Chuan-Ning's teacher. And for a moment, he was unable to speak. It was Shimei who reacted first, bowing down immediately. There we go. Bowing down immediately in a formal rite of respect and saying in an deferential tone. Fuck! I'm back. I was unaware that the Great Master was thus related to our late master. This humble one offers Huaizui Shizu his sincere greetings. But Master Huaizui replies, there's no need to call me Shizu. But Chuan-Ning was expelled from the sect by this humble monk long ago. He got kicked out of your sect. Grandmaster, i.e. Master's Master. Ah. Shizu. That's a new one for me. I've never heard Shizu before. Cool. Shimei's eyes widened slightly in surprise. I see. He was prudent by nature, so although he was curious, he understood from the faint wistfulness in Master Huaizui's expression that he didn't wish to talk about it, and so didn't ask. But Moron's thoughts were elsewhere. He pressed urgently, feeling like his very heart was being broiled alive. Great Master, you said that you came here for Shizun, so do you have some means of bringing Shizun back? Aran... Do you know how to bring him back? Tell me the truth. Do you know how? The rapid pumping of his heart, together with the exhaustion from days of overworking, made him feel lightheaded. And as his vision swam, the rest of the sentence caught in his throat, impossible to force out. But the rims of his eyes grew red. Master Huaizui let out a sigh. Moshizu, please, pray take care. But yes, that is indeed why this old monk is here. Moron's face, originally pale as paper, flushed with choler upon hearing his words. He stared fixedly at Master Huaizui, his bloodless lips quivering for a moment before managing to speak. Do you... really... This old monk did not come to disturb this late at night only to prank the two, Shiju. God damn it, these words are piling up on me. Moron still wanted to say something. His throat moved,
but only a choked sob came out. A long moment passed in silence before Master Huaizui said, "The rebirth technique alters fate in defiance of heaven's will and is no simple matter. This old monk truly owes Chu Zongshu overmuch, or he would not have resorted to such measures. Visiting Sushang Peak was a decision made after many days of consideration." These words are killing me. I'm gonna hydrate. Thank you for all the hydrates. Reminder, Shiju equals benefactor. Yeah, it's just like young master. It's just like a polite thing to say for like, you ain't a monk, bitch. Benefactor's an interesting one because I don't think we really use that much in English. Even though I get the idea of it. It's like a holy person talking to a non-holy person. So yeah, I don't... Maybe other people who are actually religious use terms like that. But yeah, benefactor doesn't really make sense to me. But I get the meaning of it, is what I mean. Like, I get why they say that. Really fond of the arc after this. The most delicious pain. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's next chapter. What's next chapter? 104 is so good. Does it happen in this chapter? Oh no. We're gonna have to do 104 tonight, aren't we? Seems Shizun had a rebellious phase. That's what I'm confused about. Do you think he blasted My Chemical Romance? Nah, I'm sure he was more of a Lost Prophets kind of guy. Linkin Park, baby. My Chemical Romance? Nah, that's too emo. But no, what interests me is the fact that he talks about how he had to expel him out of his sect. But at the same time, now he's saying how much he owes him. Interesting. Equals please donate money. I miss Koo's readings. What's up, Blacklisted Salheroism? Lovely to have you here. We back. Shizun's rebellious phase is the Beatles. Oh, that'd be fucking cute. He thinks he's being like really hard and anti-establishment and he's playing the fucking Beatles and Elvis. Oh, man. Okay. Altering fate in defiance of heaven's will. Moron murmured, turning the words over between his lips, then muttered miserably. Altering fate in defiance of heaven's will. If even a sinner like myself was given the opportunity to alter my fate in defiance of heaven's will, then surely such a good person as he should be given the same. Half-crazed as he was in the moment, he'd actually let slip his own altering of fate in defiance of heaven's will. Luckily, he was mumbling indistinctly, and no one caught the implication between his words that he was also reborn. Shimei said, Shizu, since it alters fate in defiance of heaven's will, and the rebirth technique itself is a forbidden technique, I imagine it must be extremely difficult to carry out, and won't necessarily succeed, right? Correct. I want to read that as Jui. Huaizui answered. This technique involves not only the wielder and the deceased, it also requires a third person to go and find the totality of the deceased soul. The journey to rebirth is full of hardships, and the slightest mistake could lead to eternal damnation and complete shattering of the soul. Shimei. I'm out. Shimei's like, Aran, that's your journey, my boy. I'm out. I'm out. Shimei acts so sus. Kinda. Shimei's just like, I don't want to get your I don't know. I don't know that this is necessarily bad. I think he's just trying to essentially say to Aran, my man, don't get your hopes up. This is going against the will of the heavens. It may not work out. Calm yourself. Calm your titties. But we'll see. His version of rebellion might include indulging in sweets. Maybe that's it. Maybe he couldn't give out sweet food. Or maybe when he's talking about him being an old acquaintance, maybe he's specifically talking about Chu Shun instead of Chu Wanning. Maybe Chu Shun was supposed to leave the Earth, but he stayed and went ahead and died with his people. Died being betrayed by his people. And that's why this guy feels such an affinity for him and feels like he let him down. Is that he could have helped. He could have possibly gone against the great evil along with Chu Shun and possibly won. But instead he left him to die. Shimei sounds like he's hoping it will not succeed. I don't think that necessarily. It's fine. Shimei, I'm too cute for eternal damnation though. Yeah. Shimei's like, oh, that sounds hard. Aran, maybe you don't go either. Maybe we send Mung Mung. Mung Mung's expendable.
For that reason, this old monk need not disturb anyone else, and came only to ask of Chu Zongshu's 3 disciples if you'd be willing to tread fire and flood, and go through untold dangers for him. If you are not, then even if this old monk opens the gate of rebirth, Chu Wanning will still not be able to return. He wants to send all 3 of them. Oh god. Meng Meng's gonna be down as fuck. Shimei though, this may be a big breakup moment for Shimei and Aran. Even before Huaizui's explanation, Moran had already guessed most of it. The reason the 3 forbidden techniques were forbidden was because, unlike ordinary techniques, they required certain sacrifices and involved certain dangers. In the last lifetime, he had been willing to give his life for Shimei. In this lifetime, he'd already decided that in order to repay his debt to Chu Wanning, he would also not hesitate. Moran wasn't heartless. It was just that, in the last lifetime, he was never willing to divide his heart and give Chu Wanning even the tiniest piece of it. Yeah, keep lying to yourself, my man. You loved him. You just loved him in a different way. Don't you be lying to me. I paid attention to your bullshit. Under the candlelight, he looked directly at Master Huaizui and he said, "The Great Master need not ask Shuimeng. Shizun died because of me. There's no need to involve anyone else in this matter. I, Moran, am willing to take on any and all dangers of this technique alone." "Aran," Shimei muttered, then turned to ask Huaizui. "Shizu's words were already sobering. What would the actual trial be like?" Huaizui spoke. Although Mo Shiju is willing to undertake the risks himself, for the first step of this technique, the more people there are that are willing to take the risks, the more likely it is to succeed. So let's wait for Shui Shiju to get here first, and then this old monk will explain it to all of you. This old monk already asked someone to go call him upon first arriving here. He paused, then smiled toward Shimei. On another note, please remember not to refer to this old monk as Shizu. As mentioned earlier, this old monk no longer holds the position of being Chu Zongshu's Shizun. Now that Moran was finally somewhat calmer, he asked, "Why did the Great Master expel our Shizun from the sect?" Shimei speechlessly. "Aran, you don't just ask someone why they expelled a student from the sect. Aran, how could you?" I don't know why, but Ku's aha in the most unconvinced voice ever just cracked me up. Don't worry about it. I may not have loved him, but my dick sure did. I mean, it did. His dick did love that man. Moran loving Chu Wanning with all his heart. No, I never loved him, not even a small piece. Just wanted to bone him. That's all it was. Woohoo, we're going full Orpheus. Oh, don't put it that way. He better not fuck it up. If you make Moran go on this journey and then he accidentally destroys Shizun's soul in all fucking timelines, in all fucking eternity. Oh no. Don't hurt me like that. Yeet the babies. If only. Shimei also probably just knows he can't do it. I'd imagine this mistake would also damn Shizun, and no one wants that. Yeah, they literally said, one mistake and Shizun's soul, gone. Boom. Bang. Sillet bang. Just gone. No longer existing, never able to come back, never able to reincarnate, probably broken throughout all timelines. You don't just ask someone why they are white. Harry, you don't just ask someone why they don't have a nose. God damn it. Sillet bang. It's a British thing. Don't worry. It makes sense to British people. No matter. It's not some unspeakable thing. Huaizui sighed. When he was young, this humble monk once received the care of a benefactor. But the benefactor was ill-fated and lost his life protecting others during a calamity. It had been 100 years hence, yet the thought of it still makes this humble monk uneasy. Thus, the most important rule of our sect has always been that all disciples must focus solely on cultivation, and until and unless they reach enlightenment, are forbidden from setting foot in the outside world and getting involved in the matters thereof, so as to not endanger their own lives. Moran thought about it for a while, then said, "Shizun couldn't do it?" "That's right," Huaizui forced a smile. "That little disciple of mine had the same temperament as my benefactor. He grew up in the temple with little in the way of experience, but an abundance of skill and talent. By all rights, he should have been able to cultivate into ascension without an incident. But the year he came of age, he went down the mountain to collect ores, and just so happened to run into fleeing refugees. Motherfucker. Okay, number one. Hold up. When he was young, this humble monk once received the care of a benefactor. But the benefactor was ill-fated and lost his life collecting... That's fucking Cuchallain! I am a genius! I'm not a genius. Fucking Meat Bun set this up so perfectly. That's clearly Cuchallain. That's fucking amazing. So this guy was helped by Cuchallain and then found his reincarnation or brought him back to life as Cuchallain, tried to save him, tried to raise him to ascend, to fix the wrongs that he'd already done in the one life. But then again, motherfucking Cuchallain went down the mountain to collect ores, found a bunch of people in need, and boom. He was like, no, I can't just leave the people alone. I'll save their lives. I'll make them some golems. I'll save them. Thought about Huaizui's identity? No fucking clue. 100% honesty here. I'm like, I figured out he knew Cuchallain. I'd have to go back and read the flashback chapters to try and figure out who he was, though. Interesting. So maybe the person trying to hurt Cuchallain isn't really even trying to hurt Cuchallain or Cuchallain, but was originally trying to hurt this immortal master. Oh, God. The web of lies. The ads weren't a fever dream? What? Why theories when I already know? Damn it. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Apple Sweet Rose, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to the House of Copper Hounds. Thank you so much. That's an incredible amount of subs. Minimari X, Hualien 4, Little Messy C, Chocolate Froggo 30, and Lord Vampire Squid. Fuck, I love that name. Lord Vampire Squid. All of you, welcome to the House of Copper Hounds, and Apple Sweet Rose, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I'm going to throw out a one we haven't done in a while. Bros. Sworn bros. It's been a while. Don't worry, Koo. Sillet Bang is a thing here in Italy as well. Thank you. I think it's a cleaner, yeah. They used to have really good adverts where they'd just show a horrible, horrific stain and they'd spray it with the thing that's called Sillet Bang and they'd be like, bang! And the dust is gone. Yeah. Ciao! Conozinia! That. But it's so romantic trek into the underworld for his loved one's soul. Moron being the Orpheus to Cuchallainn's Eurydice. My mythology-loving heart soared when I got into this part of the book. I'm just scared he's going to ruin it then. And then it's going to be hurt even more. We have a cleaner named Sillet something in Germany too, or maybe I just saw an ad on YouTube. Possibly. Possibly all over Europe, to be fair. God, I need to reread things. We got Sillet Bang in Spain too. Sweet, so it is all over Europe. It definitely doesn't exist in America. They just have Mr. Muscle over here. Didn't realize that I got a free sub. Yo, Minimari X! Yeah, welcome to the House of Copper Hounds. Once again, Apple Sweet Rose, thank you so much for all those gifted subs. And let's keep reading. Maybe there'll be more. Maybe there'll be more hints as to who exactly he was around Cuchallain's story. He's still got his original body as well. Could he have been a child? He's someone who survived that, though. And as far as we know, they all died. So it would have had to have been somebody like outside the barrier. I'm 90% sure it wasn't the one who betrayed them. 90% sure. Anyway, Shimei sighed.
That being the case, Cuchallain definitely wouldn't just stand there and watch.
Huaizui nodded. Not only did he not just stand there and watch, after he found a place for the refugees, he left the mountain without permission to go look into how things were at the lower cultivation realm. Sushang Peak had only just been established back then, and the situation in the lower cultivation realm was far more chaotic than it is now. It went without saying that what Cuchallain saw. And when he returned, he told me that he wanted to put his cultivation training on hold so that he can go out into the world to help the injured and save lives. Shimei asked,
Did you agree?
No. Fair enough, so he went anyway. Fuck yeah, Shizun! He was only 15 then, with a pure, simple nature and a hot temper. It would have been far too easy for him to get deceived by someone. How could I possibly let him go out on his own? Besides, his cultivation was high, but his constitution was poor, and there were all kinds of dangers and dangerous characters out there in the world. As his master, this humble monk truly could not help but worry. Oh, you did ask for the fireplace sound. It shall be done. It shall be done. I will have to find it. That's a birdie. That's water. That's a fireplace. Okay. Now we're having fireplace bedtime tales. No. Waizui says, not caring at all. Yeah, he's just straight up like, no. And then he lets it hang in the air for a while too, as if it's some big dramatic reveal. Obviously, if he got cast out. Chuan-Ning is a good man, his Shizun. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Fire sounds, the most natural sound at the House of Copper Hounds. Oh yeah. There's always something burning, or someone burning. Syllabang just unlocks memories of being put in front of a TV instead of being parented. Yeah, I know, right? Those days where you were raised by TV, I feel that. They didn't all die, remember? A small number escaped. Ah, I missed that. I thought they all literally died. I didn't realize some of them survived. That's sick. That's a weird fireplace. Crone River sounds. Hey, man. There ain't nothing wrong with some crows by the river. Nice and relaxing in its own way. It's a different kind of atmosphere, but it's nice. Baby Wan-Ning. Yeah, he was 16. 16. Sweet 16, and he went out into the world to try and be a big boy and save everyone. Moran said, but he didn't listen to you in the end. No, he didn't. We had a big fight over it. He said, how can Shizun just sit there all day with his eyes closed, trying to ascend while the common people suffer right in front of his eyes? Ah, Shimei exclaimed in surprise. Ah, Shimei exclaimed in surprise. Such words towards Waizui would have been extremely harsh coming from anyone else. But for it to have come from Chuan-Ning, his own disciple at the time, was shockingly improper. Waizui's expression was even, but there was a hint of melancholy there. This humble monk's control over his emotions was yet lacking back then, and in a fit of anger, said to his disciple, "You can't even save yourself. How can you save others?" "And what did Shizun say?" Shimei asked. "If you don't know how to save others, how will you save yourself?" This entire hall fell silent at these words, because these words came not from Waizui, but were whispered by Moran. Suddenly, hearing him say the same thing that Chuan-Ning had said back then, Master Waizui's eyes glinted in the light as he gazed silently at the young man before him, and a long moment passed before he let out a deep sigh. Is that how he'd been teaching you? You really hadn't changed at all. Still that same unwavering conviction in his path. Waizui's thoughts were a mess. Moran wasn't any calmer. He'd always scoffed at that line of Chuan-Ning's, thinking it to be fake righteousness and empty words. But saying it just now, he instead felt anguished, like his heart was being engulfed by flames. Several moments passed before Waizui's hollow voice sounded once again inside Loyalty Hall. That's fucking sweet. The fact that he knew exactly what he would say. Oh, man. You gotta save other people. That's the only way you'll know how to save yourself. How dare you hide at the top of your mountain and try to ascend? Save the little people instead. Shizun was such a good boy. Think we're getting closer to the pain fields? Yeah, it feels like it. Chuan-Ning really never changes? Yeah. So far, river, crow, fireplace, and a heart burning. Perfect. Perfect pain. Maybe it's the crow and the river. Yeah, that's very Taisha. Innocent little crow, I did nothing wrong. A likely story. Fear for the future? Ah, yeah, the pain is coming big time. We are definitely into sad boy hours. We just haven't been hit with all of the pain just yet. It's slowly coming to us. It shames me to say this, but I lost my temper that day and told him that if he insists on being stubborn and takes one step out of the temple gates, then we would be master and disciple no more, all ties severed. He paused, as if choked up by that piece of the past, wanting to talk about it in detail, yet also not wanting to. After several moments of hesitation, he shook his head. As I'm sure you've guessed, Chuan-Ning chose to cut ties and leave in the end. It's been many years since then. He and I want different things, so though we both live in this mortal world, our paths have never crossed since. Shimei said, That's not Great Master's fault.
Huaizui replied, "Right and wrong, truth and falsehood, these are not things so easily grasped. But Chu Wan-ning was once my disciple, and this humble monk could find no rest since hearing of his death in that bloody battle. Thus, I thought to come here and do what I can, try our luck, see if we can bring back Chu Zongshu." Clang. I don't have a clang. I have a...
I have a creak. I have a creak. Stop playing that one. I can't turn that one off. Well, okay. Enjoy the ghost voice. The vermilion painted doors were forcibly flung open. Why don't I have a full, opening door slam? Shui-Mong stood on the outside. When he'd arrived, nobody knew, but he had clearly already heard the most important parts. He was only told that Master Huaizui was here. I had no idea that the old monk came for, so he wandered over in no hurry, sipping dejectedly at his bowl of herbal medicine as he walked. Now, after hearing what Huaizui had said, the bowl had been shattered into pieces on the floor, and the hot medicinal brew had splashed all over him. But the son of the Phoenix didn't seem to feel the burn at all as he cried, "Bring back! Bring back! Shizun can come back!" He stumbled into the room in a run, grabbed Huaizui unceremoniously. "Oh, donkey, what did you just say? Is this some kind of joke?" Shimei said hurriedly, "Young master, this is the fucking bald donkey. Bald donkey!" I didn't catch on to the fact that he was bald. I should have. He's a monk. He should be bald. Fucking bald donkey to his Shizu! His Shizu! Oh no. I thought someone was walking into Ku's room. I like the soundboard. The soundboard's nice. I just need to label the buttons. In my next life, I'm definitely going to label these buttons so I actually know what the fuck I'm pressing. Shui-Mong in any room. Who this bitch? I mean, it's his house, to be fair. Everybody else is just staying at it. This is his house. It's a common derogatory term for monks. Oh, okay. I'd never heard that one before. Bold donkey for a monk. That's so mean. Chu Wan-ning probably was also... Oh, no. Chu Wan-ning was also bold when he was his student. That's fucking embarrassing. That's not a hot look. I'm sorry. I don't care how good looking you are. Not having hair makes you way less attractive. I say this as somebody whose mom is going through chemotherapy. This is fine. We joke about it all the time. I'm probably going to go bald someday. It's fine. I'm just saying. That was a bad thing to say. His Grand Shizun. His Grand Shizu. And he called him a bald fucking donkey. Mung, please. At least he corrects himself here. This is fine. Wait. I did work on his voice. No, that's his voice. That's his little annoying voice. No, that was unbecoming of me. Although he didn't know that the person before him was Chu Wan-ning's master, Shui-Mong remembered that he was hit. This music is way not right. Let's go with dark. This feels better. Although he didn't know that the person before him was Chu Wan-ning's master, Shui-Mong remembered that he was here to save Shizun's life and hurriedly let go. Grandmaster, as long as you could bring Shizun back, if there's ever anything you need in the future, Shui-Mong will definitely go through hell and high water, risk life and limb for you. Just please say it's no jest. Huaizui said, Shui Shiju. There's no need for that. This humble monk came calling this late at night specifically for your Shizun. He turned to look out the window at the night sky. It's almost time. Since the three young Shiju are all here, please allow this humble monk to explain to you the details and challenges of the rebirth technique. Shimei said, Please do, Grandmaster. But Shui-Mong pressed urgently. What even is there to say? Save him first! Hurry and save him first! I fucking love Mong just being like, bitch, don't explain, just do. No talk, do the thing. Save the Shizun. I will help you. Chu Wan-ning wouldn't look as handsome without his hair. He definitely wouldn't, man. It's okay, Chu Wan-ning has hair now. Such a colorful insult. I like it. Bald donkey. Has a lot of merit to it. I get the idea as well, because I'd imagine like the idea of a donkey being a pack animal that drags along like a cart with it. The idea of like a monk walking along with his staff and his sutras traveling the land. I get it. I get it. Oil that bald head. Mung Young Mung just like, tag me in, coach. Let me in. I may completely fuck it up, but it's fine. Send me. I'll save him. You gotta tell me The Rock would be hotter with hair? Have you not fucking seen The Rock when he was younger? When he has a full head of hair? Fucking, there are so many people that naturally go bald that are sexy as fuck when they're bald. That's the thing. There are people who can pull it off. I cannot. Most people cannot. But fucking The Rock can. He still looked better with hair. Jason Statham pulls it off. Looks amazing. Still looks better with hair. Chris Hemsworth. One of the most attractive men in all time. Most of the time he's not bald, but his hair is way too fucking short. Looks way better as Thor, and I'm sick of him cutting his hair off and losing all that muscle between shoots. Man needs to stay big and hairy. Same for Henry Cavill. Fuck these men continuously cutting their hair. Anyway, I have not. Wait, really? Yeah. Back when he was younger. He didn't have like long hair, but he had hair. Jason Momoa! Jason Momoa! Also, Viggo Mortensen. I haven't seen Viggo Mortensen bald, to be fair. I've seen Viggo Mortensen with like short hair, never bald. Agree to Big Thor. Feel cool down now. Sorry. Crew running up his male hairy simplest. You are not wrong. I have thought about this long and hard. About my hairy simplest. Thor with long hair supremacy. Yeah. It's like there are characters where it's like, oh shit, he's suddenly cool when he cuts his hair short. But that should only like last for like an episode or two of a show. For like a year or two of a person's life. And then he needs to grow it back out. Me is confused in lesbian. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, this is not a thing that has to be talked about. Why Zoe replied, Shiju. I can't with this combined. Shui Shiju is understandably anxious, but please know that any mistake could cost not only the Shiju's life, but also scatter Chu Wanning's soul. If that were to happen, he won't even be able to enter the Wheel of Reincarnation anymore. Would you chance that? Yeah, that's what I figured when it talked about, whoa! Breaking his soul completely. That's a lot about the 6 realms of reincarnation and like, oh, this isn't even samsara. This is the Chinese. Yo, sick. It is believed that the life is a continuous cycle of rebirth. One must reach enlightenment to be freed from the wheel of incarnation. That's samsara. The wheel has 6 sections, each representing one of the 6 realms. This is where China went different. Realm of gods, realm of asuras. Oh no, that's still samsara. Realm of hangry ghosts, realm of hell, realm of animals, and realm of humans, which can be interpreted either literally as actual places or metaphorically as situations in life. After death, an individual re-enters the wheel of reincarnation to be reborn into one of the 6 realms according to their karma. Enlightenment and liberation from the real is only possible from the human realm. Sick. I know some of these things. Save the Seki man. Thank you, Lucilla. Oh, hell, long hair. Yes. Gotten kind of fond of it after watching Qing Dynasty's drama. Yeah. Long hair was a thing like back in the 80s. It went out of fashion, along with big buff men, now that I think about it. We had big buff men and we had long hair in the 80s and early 90s. And then suddenly everybody got skinny and everybody got short hair. We stopped having our men dressed like women. The 90s and 2000s fucking sucked. Thank K-pop and C-drama and C-entertainment in general for bringing it back to us. This list men are contractually obligated to have longer hair. We the people demand it. If I ever run for presidency, that will be my platform. Aleve is torturing me with Hair Rock. I told you, The Rock had hair for a long time. As The Rock. While he was famous. Hence why the JoJo's got progressively slimmer. Again, JoJo's got slimmer, it got sucky. I'm sorry, I don't like Stan. Stan sucked. JoJo Part 2 was the best. Run away, son of the beach. Yeah, fucking Joseph's the best. Go, all time. Shuimeng's face flushed red immediately and his hands closed tightly around his sleeves, only loosening after a long while. All right,
I'll listen to the Great Master's explanation.
I'm suddenly realizing that voice is very similar. Waizui took out 3 plain white silk lanterns from his storage pouch. The white silk of the lanterns... This is too dark. Let's go back. Go back. The white silk of the lanterns were intricately woven with the threads of gold, and complex spell patterns were embroidered into the centers in 13 colors of silk threads, circling and interlacing like a spider web meant to capture departing souls. That's fucking sick. These are soul-catching lanterns. Master Huaizui distributed the 3 lanterns to the 3 of them. Take these and listen very carefully to what this humble monk is about to say next. Moran took the lantern and held it carefully in his hands. Each person has 3 ethereal souls and 7 corporeal spirits. The 3 ethereal souls are the Earth Soul, the Cognizant Soul, and the Human Soul. After death, the 3 souls leave the body and each go their own way. All of this you already know, but I hazard a guess that you don't know where exactly each soul goes after death. I'm gonna say... into the earth, into the sky, stays in the golden core, or in the balls. In Japanese, kintama means golden ball, and that's what you call your testicles. Shimei spoke. Sorry. May the Great Master please enlighten us. Fuck. The Earth Soul and the Human Soul proceed to the underworld. That makes more sense. While the Cognizant Soul remains within the body. It is said that the soul returns on the 7th day, but in actuality it is only the Human Soul that returns to the world of the living to meet with the Cognizant Soul. The Human Soul generally returns due to some unfulfilled wish. Once its wish is realized, it will merge with the Cognizant Soul within the body, and the merged soul will go to the underworld to reunite into a complete soul and await reincarnation. Many have attempted rebirth without full knowledge of its intricacies, only to end up calling back only an incomplete portion of the soul, which naturally dissipates in short order. That's exactly what's gotta fucking happen, isn't it? That's exactly what's gotta happen. They're gonna bring back like 2/3 of Shizuen's soul and have to say goodbye to him. Oh fuck, that's a real thing! I apologize for making a joke out of it. Oh no, that's a real thing. I'd never heard of that before. In which case, this is very interesting. I thought it was just a meat bun thing. Here for the voice, staying for the golden balls comment. That's what I do. I had a cursed image of Lung Yijun teaching his disciples about storing it in the balls. If Lung Yijun has a golden core, it's not in his chest. That's all I'm saying. He has 2 of them, and they hang low. I was fully convinced you were going to say one goes into the ass. Fuck. I'm dying. I'm dying. That's why you shit yourself when you die. It just comes out. Completely wrong, get wrecked. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Part 4 and 5, greatness. Disagree. Part 5 is my fave. Part 5 is actually pretty good. Part 3 and 4 I'm not a fan of. Part 3, fun JoJo's, fun characters, way too long, way too drawn out. They didn't need to travel across the entirety of America and Egypt and meet a fucking intelligent dog and all that other shit. Fuck that. Was that part 3? I think that was part 3. Part 4, pretty good. Kira was awesome. Part 5, didn't watch it. They lost me by that. They lost me by that. Damn it. Hamon for everyone. Oh, if only we all had Hamon. That'd be fun. Punishment by Kuus. How dare you? How dare you? Horrible. Horrific. Chat, do I make that canon? That was part 3? Oh, good. It was part 3. Sweet. I did that right? Yeah. We're good. They don't even go to America in part 3. Eh? Nani? What was part 3 then? Part 2 was Joseph. I thought part 3 was Jotaro. Oh no. Well, there you go. I don't care that much. It was only Egypt? They didn't start in America. No, yeah, oh, yeah, you're right. Part 2 was America. Part 3, yeah, it was just traveling all across. It was Japan and Egypt. They start in Japan, they crash in Egypt, then they travel across the entirety of Egypt, It's a whole thing. It was 52 episodes. It didn't need to be. Thank you. Fuck that shit. Them hanging low. God damn it. How has it been an hour and 40 minutes already and we're not through a second chapter? We're speeding up. After Shimei's death in the past life, Moran had also tried to call back his soul. But just as Huaizui had said, under the pale white moonlight, there was no more than a very faint shadow of that person, which turned instantly into glitters of light. Moran muttered, I see. That's fucked up. So fuck, on the 7th day, he tried to bring him back. Yo. That's fucked up. He tried to bring him back. He saw his ghost and his ghost just disappeared. Oh, man. Huaizui continued. Chuan Ning's cognizant soul yet remains in his body. You need not be concerned about it. The important thing is to find his human soul and his earth soul. Shui Meng asked hastily. Find how? Huaizui answered. Using the soul cooling lantern. Lantern? This lantern can only be lit using spiritual energy, so you must sustain it with a stream of your spiritual energy and walk through Sushang Peak with it. But do not cross the streams. If you cross the stream... if Chuan Ning does not refuse the 3 Shiju, then the light of the soul calling lantern will be able to illuminate his human soul. Moran's heart dropped at these words. Then what if Shizun doesn't want to see us? That's the first difficulty, and the reason why the chance of success is greater the more people there are willing to look for him. It must be said that if he has no lingering attachments to this world and has already decided to leave, Huaizui said, then the soul-calling lantern will be unable to illuminate him. So as you can see, for the rebirth technique to work, everything, time, place, and people must align just so. If the deceased has no lingering attachments to any of the people who go to search for him and is unwilling to return to the world of the living, then no one can compel him to come back. Oh, that's really fucking sad. And now I'm scared that Moran's going to be like, oh shit. In which case, I guess I shouldn't go look for him because he hates me, even though he loves you. Moran's hands tightened subconsciously around the lantern. Shui Meng said without pause. Shizun cared for us the most. How could he be unwilling to come back? Great Master, what do we do after finding Shizun's human soul with the lanterns? Once you find the human soul, you must then go to a certain place. Where? Shui Meng asked. The underworld. Huaizui answered. All 3 of them were shocked, not having anticipated actually having to go to the underworld. Shimei softly, then lowered those beautiful eyes slightly and asked in a quiet voice, how would a living person go into hell? I have my ways. Shiju need not concern himself with that. Huaizui shot him a measured gaze and continued, but of the 3 of you, no matter who finds Chuan Ning's human soul first, you must wholeheartedly wish for him to return to the living world, and be unreservedly willing to go to the heavens above and the underworld below for his sake. If you lack the strength of conviction, then Chuan Ning's soul will scatter halfway and be impossible to gather ever again. Oh fuck. Shimei. Oh no. My boy Shimei is like, about wanting him to come back. He'd kind of cock-block me, so I'm gonna need him to stay dead. Oh no. I have my ways to go into the underworld. It's a surprisingly badass thing to say. Yeah, he's just like, don't worry about it. I'll get you into the underworld. He's gonna kill them, isn't he? Now that I think about it, he's probably gonna do that like Marvel Master of Masters kind of shit where he just like punches them in the chest and their spirits explode out of their body. Oh no, no. My god, that's adorable. In Polish, it's kiki kiki, or is it kichi kichi? That's cute either way. I'm gonna kill one of you so you can get to the underworld. That's what I was thinking, Shen Qingqiu's fan. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this one. You guys hitch a ride. What a 4, please, Ku. I beg of you one more. Is this over? Oh, we've still got a while to go on. We've got a while to go on this one. We're not going to do 104 tonight. It's 7:30 already. God damn. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll get back to it. It's fine. The second variant, Koo, you nailed it. Oh, so it is Kitchi Kitchi. Kitchi Kitchi. Oh, it's so cute. Also, yeah. Pss, 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 pss. I like that one. That one always gets the cat's attention. Or just like scratching a scratchable material. Like 1 second. Let's get some ASMR going. That kind of sound. Cats fucking love it. Speed run! Shuimong spoke.
The depth of the affection and regard I hold for Shizun are beyond measure. Even if I have to go to the infinite hells to find him, I'd have no complaints.
Shizun died because of me.
Moran lifted his eyes and also affirmed.
I owe him far too much and also have no complaints.
Waizui said, good, then listen well. Once one of you finds Chuan-Ning's human soul, he won't be perceivable to the others anymore. And as for the one to find him, you must make sure to keep the soul-calling lantern lit all the way until daybreak, and keep his soul within its light.
Shuimong said, doesn't sound difficult.
It's difficult.
Waizui said, I fucking love... Mong, please. If Shizun doesn't come back, I really want Shizun to come back. But if Shizun doesn't come back, for the love of God, become Hoaizui's student. You two make a fucking comedy routine like no other.
Doesn't sound difficult.
It's difficult.
He just like cock blocks him at every fucking sentence. Oh, it's great. That sound scratched my brain. How?
That's ASMR, baby.
Who needs to eat, chat?
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, just kind of need to lay down for a bit. I reiterate, Koo, if you feel unwell at any moment, stop. Oh, yeah, no, don't worry about it. I don't feel bad right now. It's just, yeah. I'm trying to make it so I don't go too far past 7:30. It's my fault for starting at like 5:40. It's my bad. And we've been talking a lot tonight. Anyway.
Once the three souls split,
And these have been very long chapters, I will say. Anyway.
Once the three souls split, each will generally be missing something. It could be hearing, cognition, or memories. Simply put, if you're unlucky, the Shizun you meet may not be so willing to listen to you, and you might have to think of ways to coax him.
Oh, I could think of a few ways that Moran could coax his Shizun.
With sweets.
Shuimong, she's just like, oh.
Moran felt his heart clench with unease.
Coax him? But what if we say something wrong? He was already hard enough to guess when alive. Now that he's a ghost.
He was genuinely worried about it, but there had been so much friction between him and Shuimong for so long that Shuimong thought he was deriding Chuan-Ning, and so turned to glare angrily at him as he snapped.
What's so hard about coaxing someone? Just remember to not let Shizun out of the lantern's rage.
Shimei asked, what happens after daybreak?
Shimei, fuck off from this. We can tell your heart is not in this. Do not fuck with Shizun by being someone there who should not be there. I also like how he brought 3 lanterns because he heard Chuan-Ning had 3 students. This guy planned all of this. It's so fucking cute. Full Papiskorg, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the House of Copperhounds. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you're having a good day while we read this.
After daybreak, Chuan-Ning's human soul will drift into the soul-calling lantern. This humble monk will be waiting by the bridge with a bamboo raft prepared at that time. This place is located at the entrance to the Ghost Realm, and the waters beneath Naihua Bridge flow directly into the Yellow Springs. The raft will ferry the one who finds the soul fragment into the Ghost Realm. They're literally fucking riding through the river Styx. Yellow Springs, aka the underworld. Yeah, Naihua Bridge. You pass through the Naihua Bridge, you in the world of the underworld. Oh, fuck. Shuimong.
Going to the Ghost Realm on a bamboo raft?
Shimei asked.
Only one person can go? The others can't help.
They cannot. So whoever finds Chuan-Ning's human soul will have to go alone into the Ghost Realm to look for his Earth soul as well. If that person were to give up halfway or have second thoughts, then Chuan-Ning's human soul will be devoured by the soul-calling lantern, never again to reincarnate.
Oh, that was a good music point. Let's fucking go. Also, I'm kind of worried it's going to be Mong. I'm kind of worried that they're going to find a Shizun that doesn't have his memories. And Moran's going to be all like,
Shizun, you have to come with me.
They'll be like, fuck you, kid. And then Mong will show up and be like,
You're my Shizun, I swear. That's not his voice.
You're my Shizun, I swear. I'd do anything to honor you, master. Please, you have to follow me.
And it will rely on Mung Mung.
But it would be more dramatic if it's
Moron. It'll probably be Moron, but it'd be funny if it was Mung Mung. Mung Mung gets to be a hero.
Shui Mung started and almost immediately whipped his head around to Moron to say,
You sit this one out. I don't trust you.
Moron kept his silence, shouldering his doubts without argument. Shimei tried to ease the situation, saying,
Young master, Aran isn't the type to just back out like that, so... So what if he's not? Shui Mung snapped. He's already gotten Shizun killed once. Why should I believe he won't do it a second time? He's a goddamn scourge!
Shimei said quietly,
The Great Master is still here. How could you say that? And why shouldn't I say it? Am I wrong? How many times did Shizun get hurt because of him? Anytime he's around, there's always trouble.
The rims of Shui Mung's eyes grew red, and his lips quivered as he spoke. Trembling all over, he suddenly lost it and reached out to wrest the soul-calling lantern from Moran's hands.
Give me the lantern! Don't bring Shizun any more misfortune! Give it to me!
Shui Mung swore at him. Moran said nothing in retort. For the first time in his life, he felt that Shui Mung was right. Be it before the ghost... Nope, we're going sad. I thought this was about to be a battle. Moran's giving up.
Fuck you, your Shizun loves you!
Be it before the ghost mistress of ceremonies, or at the bottom of Jincheng Lake, which of Chu Wan-ning's injuries wasn't due to him. How many scars did Chu Wan-ning carry because of him? A scourge? Yes, that's right. But even so, even knowing that he had treated Shizun poorly, even knowing that he wasn't worthy to go beg Shizun to return from the underworld, he still didn't want to let go of the soul-calling lantern in his hands. And so he held on tightly and stubbornly to that pale white lantern as Shui Mung cursed him out and tore at him, standing still with his head lowered even as bloody scratches appeared on the back of his hands. In the end, Shui Mung, breathing harshly, finally loosened his grip on him and said with reddened eyes,
"Mo Wei Yu, just how long do you intend to hurt him for?"
Moran didn't look at him. He kept his head down and stared at that empty lantern, silent. He was silent for so long that everyone else thought he wasn't going to respond, when he suddenly said quietly, "I want to bring him home." His voice was so quiet, pushed down low by the weight of shame and guilt. So quiet that Shui Mung didn't even catch it at first, and there was a beat before he abruptly realized what it was that Moran had said. He sneered out a,
"Huh? You want to bring him home?"
Moran closed his eyes. Shui Mung spit at him, every syllable torn to pieces between his teeth.
"Have you no shame?"
"Young master,
let go of me! Let go!"
Shui Mung ripped his sleeve out from Shimei's grasp, sorrow and resentment flashing in his eyes as he glared unrelentingly at Moran. His voice was raw as he said,
"What right do you have?"
Moran's hands seemed to flinch slightly, and his eyelashes dropped even lower. For an instant, he felt some kind of strange delirium, as if Chu Wan-ning was still alive. As if in the next moment he would say, "Shui Mung, behave." So it turns out that he had always been protecting him. It was him who took it all for granted. Moran didn't know what to say as he held onto that lantern like he was grasping desperately at the last straw. Head still lowered, he repeated, "I want to bring him home."
"Is that all you know how to say? You!"
That's enough, Shiju. Master Huai Zui finally couldn't bear to watch anymore. He sighed and said, "Since Mo Shiju is of a mind to go, just let him. If something really does go wrong, we can readjust then. But as of right now, everything is yet uncertain. There's no need for Shiju to be so aggressive." Shui Mung's expression was dark. He still wanted to say something, but in the end restrained himself in consideration for Huaizui. But then his restraint slipped and he growled out, "If anything happens to Shizun, I'll kill you as a sacrifice for him." Huaizui sighed. "Please settle your grievances some other day. There isn't much time left. The important thing right now is to find the human soul." Moran said, "Green Master, please begin." The soul-calling lanterns have already been enchanted. Seeing Moran immediately make to light up the lantern with spiritual energy, Huaizui lifted a hand to stop him. "Shiju, one moment." Let's pause there. Bring him home. This and the music makes my heart cry. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good having Moran so desperate to try and bring him home. So worried that his Shizun may not want to come home with him. And at the same time feeling everything that baby boy Shui Mung Mung is saying without him having to say it. The fact that he doesn't deserve to be the one to try and bring him home. The fact that he's the one who got him killed, got him hurt. Oh man, that's so painful. Nothing quite like Chuaning's death to humble Moran. He finally got through to him. It took him 2 lifetimes, 2 deaths, but he finally got through to him. Shimei is stating red flags one after the other. Moran expresses his willingness to save Shizu and Mung Mung. Hand over the lantern, damn mutt. Right? How is nobody calling out Shimei? Shimei's just in the background constantly going, "Oh, it's that hard, huh? If you don't want Shizun to come back, he won't come back? Uh-oh." Why would it be Mung Mung? Moran is Shizun's favorite, but what if it's Shizun without his memories? And he just meets the 2 young men. One of them, very pretty, got a booty, beautiful hair, looks like a puppy dog, but is also a bit of an asshole. The other one, a bit grumpy, but at least shows him respect and calls him Shizun properly. I don't know, man. I'm not sure who I'd go with. It's fine. It's fine. Shui Mung pressed urgently. "Is there still something else?" This humble monk wants to reiterate that if someone does find Chu Wanning's human soul, that person will not be able to back out from going to the underworld. This humble monk will cast a protection spell on that person, but it will still be extremely dangerous for a living person to go into the land of the dead. One careless move, and you might not be able to return alive. Master Huaizui directed a solemn gaze at each of them in turn. "The dangers of which I speak are no idle threat. Finding Chu Wanning's Earth Soul in the underworld might not be too difficult, but the difficult part is having to go into hell alone and face the unknown. If you're lucky, you'll find the Earth Soul in short order. But if you're unlucky and run into any mishaps, then..." "They'll die?" Shimei asked. "Death would be the least of it. I'm afraid that if that were to happen, then both Chu Wanning and the Shiju would be annihilated from the cycle of reincarnation." Huaizui continued. "That's why if there's any doubt..." Oh my god, what the fuck? Go away, Pia. Why can't I click this? There we go. Sorry, guys. Don't know where that came from. Anyway, that's why if there's any doubt at all in your heart, it'd be best to return to me the lantern. No one in this world has to go so far as to die for someone else. There's no shame in valuing your own life. If you're unsure, it's not too late to turn back. I'm sure. Shui Mung was the most zealous and hot-blooded to boot, and he exclaimed immediately, "Whoever backs out is a rotten egg." God, really fucking childish bullshit? Are you serious? He said as he glared viciously at Moran. But he didn't really understand Moran after all. This cousin of his was nothing like him. Maybe it was because of all the humiliation he had suffered as a child, but Moran's love and hate had been ground down into sharp claws. If someone were to hurt him, he would eviscerate them. But if someone were to treat him well, even just a tiny bit of kindness, he would never forget. Moran shot Shui Mung a sidelong glance before turning his gaze back to Huaizui. "I'm also sure." Huaizui nodded and said, Very well.
Why are they not asking Shimei? For the love of God, let Shimei get out of this before he gets people killed. Anyway.
Very well. When you get to the ghost realm, find his earth soul as quickly as possible. Once the human soul and the earth soul fuse into one inside the soul-calling lantern, it will light up the road back to the living world. After that, this old monk will take care of the rest. It didn't sound too hard the way he said it, but they all knew that every step of the process was unpredictable and full of dangers. Especially the part in the underworld. If Chuan Ning's earth soul cannot be found, or if it's missing cognition or memories and refuses to fuse, then whoever ends up going down to find him might just get stuck down there. Thus, before the three of them lit up their soul-catching lanterns, Wai Zui asked one last time in a slow, solemn voice. Once the lanterns are lit, there's no turning back. This is truly no joking matter, so allow this humble monk to ask one final time. Are you absolutely certain? Once you start, there can be no room for regrets. The three of them answered as one. No regrets. By Xian? I think that's by Xian. Anyway. Good. A smile spread across Huai Zui's face, half embittered, half gratified. Chuan Ning, seems you bet a better Shizun than I. He silently recited the incantation, and the soul lanterns flickered faintly twice before lighting up. A pair of scarlet flames flared up nearly simultaneously within the lanterns in Shuimang and Moran's hands, tinging the white silk a vibrant red. A moment later, the lantern in Shimei's hands also glowed to life with a faint blue light, the color of water elemental spiritual energy. I was so scared at that point. I was like, he fucked up. Wu Bei? Oh, is that Wu Bei? Oh, no. Did I get wrong? Did you get wrong? I'm confused. It's probably Wu Bei. Wu Bei? I don't know. Go, Wai Zui said. Success or failure, return or not, all will be decided tonight. If tonight falls through, then... Moran thought of all the ways in which Chuan Ning had treated him well when he was alive, and felt a dull throbbing pain in his heart. He couldn't bear to hear the rest of what Huai Zui might say, so he said, The Green Master need not say more. Even if I have to kneel, crawl, or die, I'll definitely bring Shizun back to the world of the living. As long as he's still waiting. As long as he's still willing to come back to me. 3 spots... Not that one. 3 spots of light set out individually from Loyalty Hall, each vanishing into the boundless darkness of night before long.
That's a lot of author's notes. Holy crap! What? Oh. This is all author's notes. Are you serious? Yo. Okay, we're not reading those on stream. I'm gonna read those for my own thing. But damn, that's too many. It is already 7:40 p.m. We have been streaming for 2 hours. 2 hours. I imagine Shimei just hiding somewhere and not searching. The worst thing is there's a full-on possibility that Shimei ends up accidentally finding Shizun. Shizun's just wandering around in the afterlife, looking at all the places he remembers from when he was alive. And then he sees a little faint blue light, and he's like, it's very calming. We'll go see what that is. Runs into Shimei, and everything's fucked. Everything's fucked! There's important and interesting insights. She's replying to comments. Bebon had a serious message to say. Maybe we can read those next time. Fuck yeah, I'm going to read it now if it's that important, but we're going to do it all in one go. There was a lot of people at the hospital today. I only managed to get home at 6 p.m. Clutches face. Does Mebon work at a hospital, or was she sick during this? Recently, I need to spend 1 to 2 hours replying to comments, and it's busy at work, so I really cannot... Oh, she does have work outside of writing. That's crazy! How does she do so much? So I really cannot reply to all sometimes. Please don't feel that I'm doing a haphazard job. Are you shitting me? I can't reply to like any comments. Additionally, when I'm replying to comments, there are some things I really can't say, so it's exceptionally hard to reply to those. I just want to nag, even though my standard of writing is limited. I still don't want to write a sweet and stupidly naive kind of novel, so the process will look a little tough. Really sorry. Anyway, some truths in this novel are buried very deeply. Some characters are not wearing only one mask, but everyone's thinking, oh, this little tyke is finally showing his true face. It could be that what he's showing is only his second mask. I think she's talking about Shimei. So I hope that you friends can be patient and wait for every character to wash off the paint on their faces, revealing each of their true features in the end and restoring every truth. And since it's the end of the year, oh shit, this was perfectly timed. If I don't reply to comments sometimes, then it's really because I'm too busy, or I've gotten writing the key turning points later on in the text, and I'm scared of getting my emotions affected by the comment section. I won't reply in that sort of scenario. The second thing is that a young mess in the comment section yesterday didn't understand why Dog still likes Shimei. It's actually very simple. Firstly, Shizun's death has nothing to do with Shimei. Secondly, Dog only knows that Shizun treats him well, but doesn't know that Shizun loves him. Thirdly, regardless of how Shimei actually is, Dog has not noticed any change in him as of yet. Interesting. Interesting. That's interesting worded. As if to say that people are noticing, and they should be noticing, that Shimei's maybe less nice than Moran has described him in the past, and maybe he should be picking up on that. I'm very interested in that, though. I like the idea of people being like, ew, why does he still like Shimei? It's because he fucking likes him, guys. He has feelings for him. That doesn't just go away immediately. And especially not just because you realize somebody else is kind of also a love interest. You know, he's not 100% in love with Shizun right now. He hasn't figured out his feelings just yet. It's fine. It's fine. All writers have to work outside of writing. Writing web novels is not... I guess with web novels, yeah. It's crazy to me. Because like with Mo Shang Tongshu, she's at the point now where she's got 3 best-selling novels world fucking wide at this point. And to me, everybody talks about Meat Bun this way, and Meat Bun has like so many novels out. I guess it's because they're web novels. She doesn't get the money she actually deserves from them, getting just like chapter by chapter pennies, a lot of which JJWXC takes. So it's a good thing she broke off that thing as well, and she can write whatever the fuck she wants and publish it however the fuck she wants. Man, that's just crazy to me. With how quick these chapters come out in China as well, where they release like a chapter a day. Oh man. I can't imagine doing that much work and having barely any money and still having to work full time. Ugh. What's the title of her first novel? I have no idea. It's just basically Meat Bun going bujadao on her readers. Yeah. Just basically Meat Bun being like, I can't tell you that. You'll find out in the future. Basically just resumed all the author notes right now. Yep. That's what I do. That's what I do. If you think about it closely with his personality and maintaining the 3 conditions listed above, would he develop suspicions about his feelings towards Shimei? The answer is obviously no. This is handled by writing that Dog switched targets and fell in love with Shizun because of Shizun's death, and his character would crumble completely, turning into a character who falls in love with anyone who dies. What is Dog feeling? It's regret and guilt. It's delayed respect and protectiveness. He can be feeling anything except love at this stage. Put it another way, his love for Shizun is not awakened because of Shizun's death. If it were like this, wouldn't he love whoever died for him? That instead becomes an insult to Shizun. Exactly. I fucking like this. I like how she's saying, no, we're not doing a basic-ass love story where it's just, oh no, the happy dagger, it doth stab you. I guess I want to love you now. No, he should love his Shizun, because his Shizun is fucking amazing. But he's a dumb dog, and he's still in love with Shimei. Give it some time. Dog stubbornly thinks that he likes Shimei. Before Shimei changes in any way, or without any other reference, how can he understand what he feels towards Shimei is not love? Yeah, that's true as well. He just kind of idolizes him. The change brought about by Shizun's death will affect his worldview and his actions from here on out, and will make him see Shizun as the one closest to him, but will not make him think about love. At this moment, he feels that imprisoning Shizun, etc. in the past life was extremely horrific, so he's completely unwilling to associate Shizun with romance and love at this point. To cross boundaries and fantasize about Shizun, or to think about him in a romantic way, the Mo Weiyu at this stage, who doesn't know Shizun's true romantic feelings for him,
but only feel that it desecrates Shizun. I didn't think of that either. I didn't think about the fact that, yeah, he tortured him and did like all kinds of sexual things to him and all kinds of shit. And he's just like, wow, I can't defile Shizun's memory. He was such a good guy after all. I treated him so bad, even though he was like the strongest, trying to help people but unable to save them. And then he saved my life and took his own for it. Additionally, think about it. Shizun died for him. The truth of their past life is revealed. At this point, what's the greatest shock to this party? It's that he could fucking misunderstand such a good Shizun who treated him with such a sincere heart. The main character's mind should rightfully sink into great chaos to the point of a meltdown. But the other things he can think of with any clarity are, how could I have done something like that? I'm losing my fucking mind. Shizun treated me with a sincere heart. How could I misunderstand such a good Shizun? It's my fault. What kind of depraved things did I do in my past life? All of which I think she's getting across very well in her writing. He would not at this point imagine, why did Shizun save me? He must like me, be pining after me, love me. That's why he saved me. No way. If you were thinking like this, then the path his brain takes is really strange. How self-obsessed must he be? Exactly. He doesn't know what's in Shizun's mind. We know because we've been reading the story. Under the conditions of Shizun having just passed, his shattered worldview and beating himself up in self-reproach, how could he be so fickle-hearted to think of love? To guess if Shizun loved him, to fantasize. Shifu died for me. It must be because he had a crush on me. He will only think, Shifu died for me. He's the best Shifu. I've let him down. As for losing interest in Shimei, that won't happen too. In this affair, Shimei has effortlessly stood out of the way of the whirlpool of conflict. No matter how a third person looks at it, Shizun's death in the novel has no direct or indirect link to him. He can be implicated in no way in other words. Why are you putting it this way? He can be implicated in no way in other words. Really making it sound like Shimei did cause this shit. Shimei's evil. No matter how much Moran reflects and regrets, that is between him and Chuan Ning, and no third person is involved. Because of Shizun's death, Moran suddenly discovered that the one he loves is Shizun, and waves goodbye to Shimei. This is really something. That's a shoujo plotline. If it were handled this way, the character would be entirely seen through the third person point of view, the character no longer himself, but a puppet putting on a show outside of what's going on. Exactly. So I know some friends are very angry, but I can't help it either. Respecting readers and comments is important, but respecting the characters is the first thing the person typing the novel should do. Sorry. The current Moe-Yu has all his other perspectives shattered, but the one on love has yet to suffer a blow. This is my best effort at writing from Moe-Yu's point of view and his resulting actions. This explanation might not satisfy everyone, but what needs to be explained should be explained. Pix nose. Patience. This novel is full of slaps to the face. How many of you were shipping Huai Zui and Shizun yesterday? Got slapped, didn't ya? Huai Zui is the pitiful character whose true motivations are easiest to guess, and whose true face is hinted at most quickly in the novel. And in that row in the main and side characters box, everyone has more than one card hidden up their sleeves, waiting to be played. Okay, I've nagged enough. Thank you for reading Auntie's nagging. Silently sneaking away to continue typing chapters to queue. Oh, that's so fucking cute. I love that. And I do love that while this whole thing 100% suggests, yeah, maybe Shimei did it. Yeah, there's 100% a chance that she's basically saying, yeah, maybe Shimei did do it. And it's not Shimei whatsoever. And she's just like seeing so many people thinking, oh, Shimei's evil, isn't he? And in reality, Shimei is just scared. He's just weak. He's just got his own shit going on, which is completely understandable. So yeah, I like the idea that she could just be like, oh, don't worry. He doesn't know that part about Shimei yet, but he will, readers. Wink, wink. Leading them astray. Oh, man. Did we cry? We did not cry. It's fine. It's fine. Did you know JJ did publish TL for AHA in other languages and they didn't even tell Meat Bun? I did not know that. I knew about JJWXC's new thing where they were letting people give translations, but only people from mainland China, and a lot of the fan translators were really pissed off because it sounds like a horrible situation for them. Fuck.
They published an English translation? I hope it wasn't an English translation. Or any of the other translations that Meat Bun's been working so hard to get rights out there for. Fuck, that would suck. She just sold the rights for the English version. They better not have done that. Do they gain so little, or does she want to have a second job? I know for a fact they gain, like, barely anything chapter by chapter. But yeah, I think it comes to, like, merchandising and selling things. Because Meat Bun, like, sold the rights to Urha in a few different ways. So she should have gotten some money for that. I'm sure that doesn't go all to JJWXC, but I don't know the intricacies of that either. But I know that tends to be the main source of income, is when they blow up and get, like, official publications rather than just being web novels. Yeah. I think it was a Thai translation Meat Bun didn't know about. Ah, okay. At least I was worried that what was basically being said is that they heard that Meat Bun was getting the official translation in English and was like, oh, fuck it. We'll do that new thing. But we just let other people give the machine translation. Okay. So they fucked her over in a different way. Fuck. She ended her contract. Yeah, she ended her contract just recently. Authors choose JJ for a reason. Eh? Okay, listen to Lily Ocho instead of me. I thought they got paid very little. Please look at my earlier messages. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Read Lily Ocho's previous... There they are. That was all MTL misunderstanding. She just wasn't notified the books were already out. They didn't get translated without her knowledge. Okay. Okay. That's even more confusing. God, there's so much misinfo in the thing. Thank you, Lily Ocho, for curing that for us. With any reassurance, at least I won't be paying for any translation before I know sure they weren't stolen. It's one of those things. You just have to kind of live with it. But thank you for that, Lily Ocho. At least that's one misunderstanding fixed. It was said 1 hour ago on Twitter. 1 hour? That's that recent? Fuck me. Fuck me. Cool, want to see next title? I do not, because people are right. The titles do kind of spoil you. I like reading them when I'm about to read the next chapter. Because then it's like, oh, that's going to be sick. Or, oh no, that's going to be terrifying. So yeah, I won't read it for now, but we'll check it next time. Don't you worry. She was complaining that JJ didn't send her physical copies of the other language translations, which is unfortunate. But uncensored books are technically contraband in China. There you go. Thank you, Lily Ocho. She already talked about that a couple of weeks ago. With that said, this is where we're going to end this stream. Let's see who we're going to raid on the way out. We did Zelda ZW recently. So I guess we will do Ichika, who is drawing artwork. Looks like with somebody else. Ichika, who in my previous model was my VTuber emote. The next title, no spoilers. People said it was spoilers earlier. I'm not reading it. But thank you everyone for joining us for this read through, which I said it was going to be 2 chapters. I thought the 2 chapters were going to take like an hour. I thought this would be like the shortest stream we'd done since we came back, and instead it's a fucking 2-hour 20-minute stream of 2 chapters. No fucking way. That's wild. Have a lovely night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back not tomorrow, possibly the day after. If not, you know, just keep an eye on Twitter. Turn on my tweet notifications if you really don't want to miss a stream. I will always tweet about it, and I don't tweet about much anything else. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you guys next time. And honestly, thank you, Lily Ocho, for pointing out the misinformation. I hate that shit. That's why I never want to paint myself as like an authority figure in any kind of space anymore in the future. I am just an enjoyer. Oh, man. Have a lovely night, everyone, and I will see you guys next time. Give Ichika lots of love. She's an amazing streamer. Peace out.